Yeah, I feel like Luong is a little bit underappreciated right now, particularly because she has so many good normals, and all those normals lead into like nice little tricky ways of picking characters up. But hey, now we've gotten started, and Miria is gonna start off with some pressure here, some fireballs and some jumps.
Yeah, and one thing that Rock really does excel at is he's kind of that anti-zoning rushdown character. His fireball is so good at shutting down other characters' fireball games, so we're gonna have to see Miria not be able to lean too much into the Psycho Ball that you would normally see.
Yeah, the other thing that I really like about Rock too is that he's got all these little tools to just sort of stuff opponents and like kind of control their actions in like the mid-range. The counter being, especially the EX counter being something that you can follow up with afterwards into a full heavy damage combo is something that people need to keep in the back of their minds. And Far C being very late cancelable means that it's very weird to challenge him at like a mid-distance here. Although Miria's doing a great job of putting her in the corner.
Immediately there, just with the super, Rock's gone. It's going to have to bring in Vanessa now. And of course, Vanessa, nothing to slouch at. That uppercut is going to be able to go right underneath the Psycho Ball there.
Yeah, Vanessa's Vanessa, right? Like, what can we say about Vanessa that hasn't been said a million times before? Here we go.
This is the Virgil of this game. There's the level 2. Should be enough to kill here. Absolutely is going to be, and just like that, we're tied right back up.
Yeah, that's a... Vanessa's strong. I am scared because I don't want them to break her legs during the patch, but if there's a character that probably deserves to get hit a little bit with the nerf stick, probably Vanessa, but she's so fun to play, it's hard to see what you can do and not keep that fun.
Yeah, and if there's a character that needs to get her legs back, it's Whip, right? Whip is considered to be one of the worst characters in the game, so really interesting here to see Miria picking them, but they're playing this neutral game incredibly well right now against Vanessa.
Yeah, this really good use of the Hop CD, really good use of like Whip's, frankly, kind of funky normals, and that like the ability that you have to change your air trajectory with Whip is probably why they kind of didn't make her particularly strong from the outset, because it's worrisome.
Yeah, you have sometimes tools seem like they're really good right off the bat, which it is. Oh no, but drops the super. That's so tragic. They're still maintaining this pressure though in neutral. Just needs one more touch to get Vanessa out of here.
Well, we'll see if she gets that touch, because we all know that Vanessa right now, oh, there you go. Vanessa right now could have just, oops, I clipped you with a short. It's time to get into the Vanessa's wild ride.
Yeah, and I do think for Miria at least, Whip being so underrepresented is really good for them in a tournament setting. It's like, it's kind of weird to figure out the matchup when you're fighting a character that you don't see often at all.
Yeah, I think that Miria playing a character that people don't have any lab time against, it works in her favor, absolutely. However, here comes Luong trying to make an opening. I wonder if the lack of experience against Whip is hurting here.
Yeah, they were able to chase that rollback, but not getting really anything out of it. Catches them there with the low. Nice little combo here.
They didn't really want to spend any meter there, I noticed. I guess they want to have something left for Chizuru. Chizuru, if you don't have meter and you try to fight her, very annoying.
Oh, absolutely. But you see Miria just doing this jumping CD here. Actually is able to land the super this time.
That was so ambiguous. I got hit.
Tries to go for the pressure. Nice guard cancel to push out of the corner there, using those really big buttons from Luong.
There's an odd attempt there from Sawi trying to actually set up kind of like a cross up there. Didn't really get it. Oh, nice jump at C. Sawi is like at absolutely no health. There you go. Hop CD. Well, jump CD.
Yeah, and Miria's Whip able to really put in a ton of work there. Yeah, I have to wonder if that is the thing. It's just the lack of matchup experience against this character, right? It's kind of awkward to fight them in neutral because they have such long range, more range than probably anyone else in the cast. So just trying to figure out how to get around that when you're not used to it can be pretty difficult.
Oh, so Sawi doesn't like the team loadout that they picked against this team of Miria's. So I wonder what they're gonna switch up, because Vanessa is not the problem on that team, right? And it's certainly, I don't know that Luong did badly.
No, it looks like
it's the same team.
They might just be switching up the order here. That could be it.
It's possible. Maybe rock up front. Vanessa.
Yeah,
anchor.
there we go. That's exactly what they wanted. It seemed like they were doing a lot of work with Luong up against Whip there, so they probably want Luong to be able to come in just a little bit earlier, get Whip out of the way so Vanessa can clean everything up.
Why not put Vanessa against Athena and put Rock in the back, where Rock with meter is one of the more terrifying characters in the game. I mean, obviously, like, I'm not the person playing, so, you know, what does my opinion matter? It's just a very interesting decision to make, in my opinion, but we'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, maybe. Sawi might feel more comfortable with the Athena matchup with Rock. That could always be the situation. There's a rising tackle just out of nowhere. Whiffs. All right, gets sent here into the corner and locked down now.
Ooh, you do not want to be in the corner, ironically, against Athena. It's not fun. Oh. Sawi's playing this a little too passive. I feel like Vanessa would have been better here. Just deny almost every attempt at...
Yeah, too passive is the right word. It's the exact right phrase to choose, because Rock is a rush-down character through and through, and we're just seeing them try to play this footsies game, not even attempting to challenge these fireballs here.
Yeah, and right when he had a kind of anything resembling an opening there, he wasn't able to convert too far away to do anything with the crouching short. We're already at Luong, and Miria's Athena is no worse for wear.
Yeah, no, and
maybe
still
a little
has
bit of
a decent amount of
a little
meter
bit
on
of
deck as
stuffs.
well. Oh, tries to teleport forward there. All right, nice guard cancel, pushing us back to the mid-screen positioning, jumping right on top of the fireball, though.
I don't know what Sawi's plan is here, because Sawi is not really putting any pressure right now on Miria's Athena, just kind of letting Athena do Athena things. Nice, okay.
Is able to chase the rollback as well.
Yep.
All right,
got
finally.
an opening. Athena does not even miss a little bit of a beat, already back to doing Athena things.
Yeah, and just like that, Athena waking up immediately, going into a block string, and that just pushes us back to mid-screen.
Nice hyper hop over the fireball, but fortunately Athena recovers very quickly on the fireball.
Yeah, but the level 1 as well. One more mix-up, and it's going to do it here for Luong. Tries to roll out of the corner and gets tossed.
Yeah, guard cancel. They did a guard cancel roll backwards into the corner and then rolled forward anyway. I was kind of like, wait, excuse me, what?
Yeah, right, spending the meter and then just getting tossed for trying to escape afterwards here. But now it's all up to Vanessa, and we saw in the last game, Sawi did a much better job against Athena, and now they're just really struggling, right?
Yeah, I think that it's really needing a character that can match kind of like the sort of wild, cracked out nature of Athena sometimes. And one character that can do that is definitely Vanessa, who puts a stop of it with everything by pressing down B and forcing you to respect her options.
Yeah, especially uppercut being such a good option to shut down any kind of a zoning game here from Miria and punish it with not only oh my god, what a disgusting EX teleport mix-up there. It's going to get the level 1 off as well, and now just playing this fireball game.
Nice CD stagger. Almost dead here. That is an OCV from Phantom Miria. She played that spectacularly. That Athena is cooking.
Oh yeah, Athena is definitely... I don't know if I want to say an underrated character, but for how good they are, I feel like you don't see them nearly as often, right?
Tamago, as his name is now, is that my boy just picks everybody. Are they on the roster? Let me out.
Yeah, I mean, that is the mark of a really great KOF player. They can play the entire cast, and Mai, also an incredibly strong anchor here. So I think a great decision in this matchup as well. There's one with DP, going to lead to a nice bit of damage here with the hard knockdown.
Yeah, right now we're seeing the difference, right? And like I guess the aggressiveness in rocks between Tamago and Sawi. Momo right now trying to set up a little bit of like the, you know, kind of like you're trying to set up your perimeter with Robert at any given time so that people don't invade it. And Tamago's like, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, no, and there you go. Immediately dead, right? Robert
Absolutely
was not able to
murdered.
really get anything going there because Tamago played that perfectly. You're playing Rock Howard. You have the rushdown tools. Just get in there. Do not allow Robert to get that fireball game started.
Yeah, and I feel like people think a lot about Robert's fireball game. It's not just that, right? It's like the shorts, the stand shorts, sort of like the weird space right in front of him being a no man's land as long as Robert's being played more or less properly. Kula kind of has the same approach, but Kula also wants to like get in there. It's not just down C's and stand CDs to try to make space. Let's see what Momoari's Kula's got though.
Yeah, Momo able to get that overhead but not get a conversion off of it there. Nice DP.
Yeah, very good.
And
Pulls
Tamago,
backwards.
yeah, just
In the corner, short.
Oh, full conversion here as well.
Yep, nice connects. Great damage. Honestly, for like what, 50% meter? Very good. Wow, catches the counter hit, jump CD, that's gonna be dead again.
Yeah, just a Buster Wolf to close it out, and Tamago gonna get a decent amount of health back. 32 seconds on the clock here, threatening an OCV with Rock already now.
Yeah, you want a little bit of trivia?
Go for it.
When Rock does Buster Wolf. It's not Buster Wolf. It's Shine Knuckle is what it's called.
Shine Knuckle? Okay.
Yeah, Shine Knuckle. He has a, what is it? That's why the only move that I think that he has that is this exact same name is Raging Storm in terms of supers. Oh, I guess that's not true. Deadly Rave.
Deadly Rave too, yeah, that's right. And gets the empty low there,
Yeah.
straight into EX, overhead kick.
Yep. Here comes a mix-up. Short. CD's out of the corner.
Tries to go for the run under mix up there and gets guard cancel sent into the corner, but there's an OCV for Tamago.
Yep. Just taps him with a jab knuckle. Like, get off me.
The domination
Tamago.
right off the bat here.
Yeah, Tamago's just so aggressive.
So aggressive, but so calculated in how aggressive they're being, right? They pick the buttons in just the most galaxy brain positions there. They're able to structure pressure so well. In that match right there, they went for a lot of empty lows, and it was working out every time except for maybe right at the end. So we're going to have to see if they're going to change it up, maybe go for some more overhead mix-ups, some more throws. But Momo's going to have to put in a lot of work here with Robert. You have to get rid of Rock early.
It's not just that. So there's a thing that I talked about with Juicebox a little bit ago when he was I got help from Juicebox because I wasn't happy with how I was playing. A lot of people don't pass what I like to call like the tests in KOF, and so you see a lot of these more advanced players absolutely doing certain things to like abuse people over and over again. For example, those two hop CDs, right? Their Momoari finally checked the jump in a way that was productive. And so as such, Tamago now has to play a little bit further back. But otherwise, Momoari is not checking enough to try to stop Tamago from jumping in whenever he wants. And that's why you end up with results like this, where he's like, you know what? Hop CD. I'm going to hop CD again because it's safe. And then after that, I'm going to start setting up some pressure on the ground.
Yeah, right. Like the moment you hop, if you're pretty much giving up your turn, your opponent can press something to jab you out of the air, but if they're going to keep holding down back, you're stealing these turns back over and over and over.
And KOF, like, the defense is pretty much, a lot of the defense in KOF is straight up just have like weird proactive defense. You're trying to remove space from people. Just like right there, again, Tamago putting like that example to work, checking with jabs constantly because he knows that Momoari is scared. It's just a bunch of jabs just to deny even space to think, right?
Yeah, and
he knows that if
shutting down any kind of pressure, right?
Not even pressure, it's just how are you going to think about what you're going to do next if the opponent is not letting you push any buttons to establish room, right? He's just putting buttons in spots where he knows that Momoari is going to be just to be obnoxious. At some point, it's not even trying to like actively do stuff to
like to convert into big damage. Yeah, it's just playing that neutral game, that footsies game, right? Exactly. Just shutting him down in the footsies game.
Yeah, really good stuff right now. Nice uppercut. Finally, Momoari showing some signs here.
Yeah, finally starting to jab out a lot of these situations as well. But he's going to get caught jumping straight into a low there. Level 2.
Level 2 Shine Knuckle does a ton of damage. Oh, didn't kill. Okay, we got a conversion in the corner. No.
Drops, but almost gets a reset there. You see they're starting to get a little scared. Just the stagger on the pressure. They gave it all up there. Tamago with another OCV.
Yeah, Tamago just playing that rock so clean. It's so crazy watching sometime to like watch some of these people play sometimes because it's like, hold on, I'm trying to get my Matcherino in. I did it.
And shouts to Fabled Sandwich for the subscription. I see you over there, Roberto. Here we go, starting right off the bat. ViolentKain getting the jumping CD, getting the pressure started early.
Nice standing short there to try to, you know, sort of stuff where Asamiya from doing stuff. Nice conversion there into the Rekkas.
But what a roll through into a punish from Wero. Has the corner pressure down now. Great throw as well. Goes for the overhead jump in.
Trying to put a nice throw there in the corner. Nice chase down of the roll. That's going to be a nice conversion. Going to deal decent damage there with Asamiya. Nice short again on ViolentKain's wake up, checking to see if he was going to be doing anything.
Yeah,
the answer to that
was
was no.
Great job being incredibly aggressive here, just not letting up the pressure at all. A little too high though on that overhead, gets thrown for it.
I mean, that's just the thing that Gato gets to do, right? Like Gato, pretty privileged. Strong character. Nice Shatter Strike. Okay.
DP right into level 1. That
God.
super always does a deceptive amount of damage.
You ever gotten called out that hard in your life?
I swear, ViolentKain always lands DP into super 100% of the time. It never misses, ever.
Yeah, you ever just get absolutely like, my man's opens the magazine, finds the page you're on, and is like, right here, sir.
This is the man.
It was this one. All right, well, Rock versus Rock. ViolentKain, a little bit more meter. Where Asamiya? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, ViolentKain is also the kind of Rock player who really likes to go for EX command grab. So that's something that Wero has to be ready for at all times. And what a conversion here! Wow!
What an amazing conversion. This is one of those things that you need to know as a KOF player if you're trying to improve your game, okay? If you land a counter hit jump CD, you need to know that you landed it. You need to be watching for that counter. I see a lot of people who are like learning KOF still, not do that, myself included, and I've been playing this game forever. Nice conversion from Wero Asamiya.
Yeah, Wero actually starting to throw out the EX command grab a little bit more too. We haven't seen one yet from ViolentKain.
Yeah, I think ViolentKain, you know, every now and then, like, if people expect something from you, the answer is don't do it.
Yeah, absolutely here. I love that staggered pressure on the run-up.
Nice jump CD. Oh, there we go. Went for it, but where Asamiya was hip to what he was trying to accomplish. He picked up what he was putting down. Nice hop CD.
Yeah, Wero was playing incredibly patient there too as well. You saw ViolentKain was being a little bit too jittery and paid for it. Now we're going straight into the anchor Terry with about 2 bars on deck. Of course, anytime you see max mode with Terry, you have to be scared.
Yeah, but, you know, I thought, you know, ViolentKain went for the classic Terry starter of push the D button,
yeah,
see what happens, and then Rock was like, I mean, I'm younger than you, so mine's going to come out faster, and just dunk.
All right, there's the burn
Safe
knuckle,
burn
good
knuckle.
spacing.
Nice anti-air. Ooh! Roundhouse activate into death. Incredible.
And that was from, like, max range roundhouse as well. Perfect conversion there from ViolentKain, and now we're down to the Terry mirror match.
Yeah, Terry versus Terry. It all comes down to this.
Yeah, but Wero able to get the early life lead here.
No super, though. Didn't get the uppercut there at the end. The uppercut into super. So, a little bit dangerous. Short, but with no meter. Goodbye.
Yeah,
Big
look at that.
damage. It's so crazy how much damage Terry can do without actually spending any supers.
Yeah, we talk about how Terry is the best anchor in the game, but they can really be played at any position, right? They just do mad damage off of everything.
My mans do be hurting. Ooh, nice burn knuckle. Did a jump deep? Whoa, Shatter Strike.
Yeah, ViolentKain likes to
no.
wake up with that Shatter Strike sometimes, but this time it doesn't pay off for them. Wero able to take the first game. Or excuse me, ViolentKain, my bad.
Yeah.
Looking at the wrong game.
Wait, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, you're getting them confused just because it's a mirror match.
Yeah, bro, it's Terry mode. Terry won. That's all I know.
Dude, they look the same. I don't get it. It's just the same character. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that puts ViolentKain up 1-0. It's kind of weird too because oh no.
Okay, starting off immediately with the 3D, getting a nice conversion as well, pushing Gato here into the corner.
Yeah, I didn't honestly think that he was just gonna open with down forward D into up kicks, but you know what? Why not? Okay, nice conversion there from Wero off shorts.
Yep. Oh, able to catch the hop back as well.
Yep, nice overhead there, putting some pressure, keeping ViolentKain in the corner. Now, that palm strike, pretty safe and puts him at a great spacing so that you can just follow up with a hop CD. And Gato's hop CD is formless. That back has seen a lot of violence. Nice punish on the whiff Rekka.
And then there we go. Kyo out really early. Arguably ViolentKain's best character as well. So now it's up to Rock, and that's some good health too for Gato.
Yeah, we're Asamiya right now. Commanding lead. Nice little forward B to kind of get over the...
Oh! Wake up DP. That's the Gato special, right? Just whipping DP and dying for it here.
All right, yeah, but if you're going to whip a DP, at least whip the EX one that actually, like, has invincibility, right? He just went for it. Something funny about Gato, he really can low profile a lot of buttons with down B. Way more than probably any other character that I've seen. I've definitely failed a Clark jumping jab on him because of that button. So that's why you keep seeing him check with it with jumps. Because it feels like it has absolutely no downside.
Yeah, but the unfortunate thing, Gato is out of here now, so we're going to be back into the mirror match. And I like how they're playing the exact same team, just different point characters here. ViolentKain starting off incredibly aggressive. Nice guard cancel to roll through on the Rage Run.
Different approaches a little bit to some of the way these characters are played too. Wero likes to check a lot with shorts, and and I see ViolentKain loves to just press the C button and see what happens. feel like ViolentKain would have been a good CVS2 player with all the fierceness he's pushing.
Almost
Nice
surprised that
snacker,
ViolentKain is not playing Ralf, right? If you just like to press C or D and just let it rock. But a great conversion here from Wero, getting rid of ViolentKain's rock.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a good conversion there from ViolentKain. But, I mean, sorry, from Wero Asamiya. I'm also getting confused by these mirror matches, man. It's rough. It's rough out here.
Same characters.
They look the same.
Oh, there's the burn knuckle. Are you okay? Goes straight into power, level 2 power geyser as well.
I cannot find fault in that because those supers canceled into each other hurt like hell. Why not? Just throw the meter out.
Yeah, so Wero does have the max mode available. They just need one touch to get a massive life lead here.
Yep.
And there it is. Actually decides to hold on to the meter here. Oh, that was ViolentKain. Excuse me. Oh my God, we're getting
but like that punish on the whiff burn knuckle by simply being right outside burn knuckle range is truly monstrous.
And
like,
shouts to Lena the Troll for 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much, Lena. We appreciate all the support.
Wero Asamiya landing max mode combo, gets some good damage out of it. ViolentKain now running out of health here in the corner. Nice jab to get Terry off of him. Goes for the jumping roundhouse.
They tried to chase down the rollback there, though, but Wero able to knock it out.
ViolentKain really... Oh, yeah, you can punish that particular burn knuckle a little bit too... How do I say? Oh my God, backdashes out of the EX crack shot. Wero Asamiya no meter. ViolentKain has enough meter to where a random short can just end this game.
Yeah, absolutely, and you see Wero being a lot more patient there, and a standing D anti-air is going to tie this up.
That's absolutely excellent patience there from Wero Asamiya. Didn't crack under the pressure, didn't overextend at any point even when he had that massive lead. Just really well played there, and now we're 1-1.
Yep, tied up really well here. I think the real deciding factor is who gets the early character lead, right? We saw in the first game, ViolentKain won. Kyo did a lot of work, and then Wero won it when he was able to get rid of Kyo right off the bat with Gato. But they're pretty evenly matched when it comes to the Rock and Terry skills, so it's really, I think, it kind of hinges on this point here.
Yeah, it's crazy too because, man, this Kyo is so sick. Like, ViolentKain's ability to like use all of these Kyo tools in a way that feels kind of like vintage KOF is like kind of horrifying in a way. It's like, I don't want to play against this in pool.
Yeah, I say it all the time. ViolentKain is the best Kyo in North America, able to get the overhead there.
That cross up, the fact that he didn't get the close C, which I'm pretty sure he was definitely pushing there, it's gonna hurt. And now Wero Asamiya with a corner confirm, drops the corner confirm.
Yeah, and that's going to allow ViolentKain to escape, and a jumping CD throw as well. Going to put Wero down in the corner, not a whip TP.
Oh no, but no real conversion either.
Oh, chips.
Yeah, and there was no escape there for Wero Asamiya. Didn't have enough meter to do any of the guard cancels, which means just has to take all of that. Bodhi got chip.
Yeah, that was great awareness from ViolentKain to notice that Wero had no meter and just immediately going for the Record Series to chip them out.
I feel like you go for it anyway, right? Unless you think that they're gonna roll out. But if they blow back, like, what's the problem, right? Uh-oh. Party starter. Pick up. Rekka. The first Rekka is not safe, but because of the distance that you put it at and the fact that it's easy to follow up with very good follow-ups, it's basically safe.
Yeah, and I love that check with the jab there, though, into the EX command grab from Wero, but a jumping CD going to push him even further. Command grab of their own.
Run up EX command throw. Goes for the overhead after 2. ViolentKain right now is feeling himself. The dash back to get out of the overhead punch.
Bro, that's some movement there. A little hop forward into the back dash. Getting rid of Rock there. Now it's all up to Terry for Wero.
ViolentKain still has a whole meter and more than 300 health. This is crazy. This is actually nuts. Oh, almost punished another errant burn knuckle. I would have popped off.
Yeah, ViolentKain's movement and spacing is so impeccable. This is why they are one of the best King of Fighters players in North America. They just are so good at moving around and placing themselves exactly where they want to be on screen and moving away just frames away from huge buttons that would blow them up.
Yeah. Oh, the clip with the burn knuckle. Oh, gets a cover. Doesn't get a follow-up though. Run up throw. Oh, close C.
It just gets chipped out by the crack shoot. Yeah, not even an overhead because it wasn't EX. Surprised that Wero held onto it there.
Yeah, very few things manage to punish that thing. I noticed that chat's having a discussion about Rekka, but now we've got ViolentKain rock against Wero Asamiya Terry. Oh my god, just do it.
Yep, right into level 1, level 2 as well. Look at the damage.
Yep, spend it if you got it. You got so much damage out of that, might as well. What the? Okay.
Yeah, a messed up little trade there.
Yeah. Oh, nice punish on the Shadow Strike. That's going to be it. ViolentKain is going to take that. What a set, honestly.
Yeah, ViolentKain right at the end there just kind of turned it on, tucks in Wero, and gave him a little kiss on the forehead right at the end. No, we're letting Rugal rock. And we are going to see the Angel here on point going up against B.Jenet here. B.Jenet, Elisabeth Rock, really interesting team as well.
Yep. Angel mobility is understated. A lot of people underestimate how good her mobility is. Not because of anything in particular about her jump forward, but the ability that she can do a backstep cancels, like a Yori or a Kiora and Athena.
Yeah,
very strong.
But right now, Inu doing a pretty good job of locking down Johny here in neutral, not letting him get anything crazy started, but one knockdown might be all that Johny needs.
Yep, here we go. The Angel stuff is starting. Goes for the overhead. Does it? Oh, I thought that was going to be a punish, and instead Johny now just getting to do Angel things again. Dash, yep. With a follow-up, I think try to do the super. Oh, that's interesting. Inu got absolutely willing to challenge the cross-up with a standing jab out of Jenet. I didn't think that would work, and he's done it more than once.
Yeah, I really like the way that Inuga is playing this neutral game right now. Really only got hit with that one combo from Johny, but doing a great job just adding up with little hits. But again, that jumping C just putting in work for Johny.
Yeah, every time you think someone's kind of figured out how to not get hit by that jump C, someone gets hit by that jump C.
Yeah, it might as well be unblockable.
Yep. Here comes Elisabeth. Betty, you know, we've missed Betty since KOF 13. At least I know some people have. Really interesting character, really strong in this game, honestly.
Yeah, has some of the best anti-air game out of any character in the entire cast, right?
Oh god, yes. That little, like, shield that she sort of puts up in front of herself that, like, swipes upwards. Just monstrous. That down C, the hitbox is just kind of goofy. That is a wild thing I just saw Johny do.
Yeah, but one thing that Elisabeth is really good at when it comes to anti-airing is she just gets such great damage. Yeah, throwing off that reflect and immediately being able to cancel it into a super, but we might not get to see that at all because Johny is just going to town. Here's a level 2.
Oh, man.
Oh, the final hit. It just keeps going.
Yeah, you think everything is going to be okay, and then she literally just says death, and then she just kicks you in the brain.
It's all up to Rock now, though. And it's all going to be if Eno can really deal with Johny here. The thing is, Eno has been doing a really good job in neutral getting straight hits, but they haven't been able to actually get any kind of conversions. Oh, there's a feint there from Johny, goes into the low.
Yep. Nice pressure. Makes some space there. Get a hop CD. Doesn't do the follow-up. I thought he would probably go for a follow-up there. Doesn't need to. Still keeping Rock in the corner. Nice jump D there. Pressure again. Overhead.
Eno has 5 bars, and there's just a level 1. I'm surprised they didn't try to guard cancel out of the corner. Might end up being dead for this.
Yeah. One of the things you really have to do against Angel is that you really need to guard cancel roll some of her stuff where you've already seen what the follow-up is going to be likely to be, right? Like, when she does the sort of like the stomp gut punch, a lot of Angels will decide to do like a high-low follow-up, which is either the overhead kick or the low kick. Bro, just guard cancel roll out of the corner. Yeah, because if she does that, the timing is going to be all weird and off. Just follow up with a, punish with something. If you're Yori, just do C forward A, do a combo.
Yeah, especially when you have that much meter. Just sitting in the corner with that much meter on deck, not doing anything is a death sentence.
Yeah, ultimately, don't be afraid to push buttons. Don't be, maybe not just like push buttons, all wild style, but don't be afraid to actually go ahead and take advantage of your meter for things other than, oh, I got a super, right?
Yeah, but there's a cross up through the other side. Gonna get this corner combo as well.
Oh.
All right. It gets the jump in too as well. The pressure going and the overhead kick there are gonna get rid of B.Jenet.
Yep. That's just Johnny's. Angel is on right now. Johny knows what he wants to do. I think Johnny's made like a read of the kind of player Inuga is, and even though Inuga had like some moments where it was like, I see that maybe they understand how to deal with this matchup. Feels like they've kind of, I don't know if it's like a relapse. It's kind of like not giving up.
Yeah, well, right now they're doing a pretty decent job. There's an empty hop into a throw, but throwing Angel out of the corner, and they're going to pay for that decision right here now.
Yup, and I don't understand why Inuga is not heading down C if she sees that. I mean, if they see that Johnny's just going over, right?
Absolutely, and here we go. Another extended. Tries to go for the reset there with the jab. Guard cancel to push Elisabeth back in the corner. It actually
that's unfortunate.
Wow, jumps over the super there. We're so close to stun. There it is.
Yep. Does a couple teleports, build a little bit of El Metro, and then
we get that cash.
That's so crazy.
We're on the cusp of another OCV here for Johny.
That is a hell of a backdash. No punish, obviously, but still. Nice. Goes into the low, into the overhead. Goes into the air, into the head grab. Johny is playing with his feet at this point. Johny has smelled weakness, and Johny has decided that there's blood in the water, and it's time to eat.
Yeah, Johnny's just going for a lot of turn steals, a lot of resets, and really unsafe stuff as well, because Inu just has no answers for it.
Oh no, again, an overhead, super, straight into super. I don't think that kills.
Not quite, but one more mix is going to do it.
Overhead? Nope.
Oh no,
unsafe.
Yep, elbow is unsafe. That's one thing about Rock, is he is unsafe on a lot of his special moves. That's the trade-off for him being able to cancel it from his far-reaching normals, right?
Yeah, and Inuga just did not have any answers. Oh lord.
Oh my
thank you,
god,
for the 25 gift subs.
Who that? My man, dude, what are you doing? Thank you so much.
Raycat just flexing right now. Oh, we got the Tengu show right now? On the music?
Yo, this game does have really fire music, but also CoreValues with the Elisabeth on point, I think is a really good decision, specifically in this matchup against Joe. Being able to actually shut down Joe's incredibly strong fireball game there is a really smart decision here from CoreValues, and it's working off so well. Joe's almost gone.
And not just that though, but like a thing that I think is understated about Elisabeth is her ability to do a lot of damage off of anti-airs and off of simple conversions. So when you do the reflector, right, with Elisabeth, as an anti-air, you just get to level 1 super free. That's like 250 to 300 damage in the blink of an eye that you just lose.
Yeah, absolutely.
People underestimate that.
That's what we were talking about. That's what makes her one of the best anti-air characters in the entire game.
Yeah. Rosa right now playing Dinosaur. Dinosaur against Betty is a little bit of a problem. It's kind of hard to get in there, but as soon as they say that, a commentator's blessed Rosa to get a nice little couple of jabs there. Dinosaur's jab, absolutely absurd. Illegally good.
Yeah, one of its best options, right? And that's the reason why you see Dinosaur played a lot on mid, is so that they can go into the EX moves after their jab, so they can get that pressure going. But that's the end of Dinosaur there here, going straight into Gato now on anchor.
Yeah, CoreValues as Elisabeth is just absolutely monstrous. And I, for a second, was going to be like, well, why is Vanessa in the back? And now I realize it's because this matchup, this character has good matchups, I think, I guess, that whole team. So you might as well open up with Elisabeth. Like, why not?
Yeah, not only that, I mean, when you have Elisabeth and Clark, where do you put Vanessa, right? You could put her on point, but Elisabeth works so well on point here, going to cash out on the damage as well.
This big damage.
Level 2
super. That might be dead. Not dead. Almost dead. Rosa right now. Oh man. Rosa just really trying to find some options. Rosa got wiped by CoreValues. I don't want to put it that way, but there's only one way to put that. That's just.
I mean, it's true, and Rosa is an incredibly strong player as well. So it just shows how much CoreValues has been grinding. We didn't even get to see any of the Clark. And we have had a hell of a lot of OCVs tonight. We really have. These players have just been popping off, and that's what you love to see. Just the top level of King of Fighters play here at TNS tonight.
Yeah, it's just the character variety we've seen actually not so bad. You would think that, oh, I was just gonna see Vanessa every time. It's like maybe they're on the team, but like we haven't gotten to see a whole lot of Vanessa overall. Ralf, Gato, Joe. Rosa said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't wanna play Dinosaur right now. This team and Dinosaur don't mix."
Yeah, just gonna bring in Ralf, and Ralf is a good decision, a character that's not as airborne. And there you go, gonna be putting Ralf up on point to go against Elisabeth. I think that is a great choice here. More of a rushdown style character, doesn't have to go to the air a whole lot, and of course, you know, standing D. Standing D is the button, right?
Standing D is the button, as a matter of fact. You know what people don't use enough with what people aren't using enough with Ralf that I wish it did? It's definitely 2C.
Absolutely.
For the love of God, people press 2C. Oh no. Maybe don't press 2C right now. Maybe just get this character off of you. There you go.
Pressing that standing D though. And shouts to Uricall for the gifted tier 1 sub. We appreciate it so much. Oh, almost gets clipped by low there, and actually does get clipped by low after. There's that 2C though in neutral.
Yep, 2C. 2C is weird because, oh, what the hell? I got hit.
Oh, that is a dead Ralf. No, he actually survives with the magic pixel, but gonna get chipped out there. And Cisco the Mule with the raid. Thank you so much. Everyone's coming out tonight. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hey, Cisco, we'll take care of the 8 kids you brought with you. We've got some good KOF here for them to watch, and now, right now, we got a little bit of hesitation, I guess, now from El Rosa. Nice. Oh, doesn't get the follow-up.
You see, El Rosa knows that CoreValues is just going to shut down that Fireball game. The Ralf decision did not work, so they're trying to play Joe in like more of a rushdown style right now.
And that's fine. One of the important things about Joe is he's a versatile character. Like, people are just like, oh man, Tiger Uppercut's so obnoxious. But that's not the problem. The problem is he does like 15 things well. They're not like the best at absolutely everything they do, right? Like, but Joe's just got so many options. It's hard to jump at him because of Tiger knee, Tiger kick.
I mean, Joe might be the best at stunning you though.
Absolutely. Well, Vanessa's right there, you know. Vanessa's got words for you.
That is true. It's true. That is a good debate there. But CoreValues still sitting here with maximum meter as well with Elisabeth. She's finally gone. Finally, we're going to see some Clark gameplay here.
Oh, man. See, like, I like CoreValues. But, like, I really like Rosa. But CoreValues is also playing my boy.
Your boy Clark?
Oh, that's a... No, wait, excuse you? Excuse you? What manner of science are you doing right now?
Yeah, and that's the thing there. If Clark is able to actually trade in the air, get the counter hit in the air, they could just go straight into EX tackle, right? Oh yeah, my God.
Oh, Lord. Level 1? There you go. Yeah, so I have never seen Far D activate, oh, might as well tackle. That just kind of like, my brain doesn't know how to process what I just saw.
It's galaxy brain stuff there from CoreValues. And now it's all up to El Rosa's Gato. The final line of defense here has maximum meter. That's a pretty good place to start.
Oh, GG shake my hand from CoreValues. That's such a good button. Oh, I like that Clarks have started to like discover the obnoxiousness of standing roundhouse up close because it's an overhead.
Yeah, and the fact that it takes Clark off the ground means that they can't throw you out of it, which is an incredibly important thing because throws are so strong in this game.
Yeah, and you know what else? It also looks a lot like Frankensteiner.
That is true. You are right.
It's very deceptive, and so if you try to jump it, oh, scoops. Level 2? Nah, I don't think he spends it. Yeah. Gonna go for a mix-up here.
Gets guard cancel and push back into the corner.
Nice block.
Oh, and the patience, too, from El Rosa.
Nice jab check. Yeah, still good jab checks here from CoreValues. CoreValues gets thrown back into the corner. Stay in here.
And another nice toss. El Rosa staying alive here.
Yeah, this is like the best it's looked right now for El Rosa. El Rosa, Gato can murder Vanessa out of nowhere. Gato with 3 meters, Gato can murder any character with 3 meters.
There's the confirm that they need. And tries to go for the reset though.
They went for some fancy stuff. I would have just gone for damage, punished that. Yep.
All right, being able to actually punish the uppercut there is so valuable. Here we go, maximum cancel.
Super. Doesn't have enough for a follow-up after that, though. I think I would have preferred for a little bit better, a longer combo there. Oh.
Still has 1 meter left, though. Just needs 1 touch, and there we go. Rosa able to tie this up.
What a good jump back D. Very good from El Rosa, keeping Vanessa out of there. I wonder if CoreValues switches the order of this team.
You know, that is a good question. I don't know if they would, though, because Vanessa did such a good job against Ralf right off the bat. Excuse me, Elisabeth did such a great job against Ralf right off the bat. There we go. They're just going to go right in. I don't think they were doing anything necessarily wrong. I just think that at the very end, Vanessa was not able to really get anything done.
Round 1. Ready?
What a good comeback there from El Rosa, honestly. Like, shout outs to El Rosa. El Rosa, one of the things that I like about him as a player is that a lot of KOF players are like this, frankly, but El Rosa maybe most of all. There's something about like the ability to look inside and decide that even when things are going absolutely garbage, you're still gonna stick it out.
Yes, of course, you cannot it's never over till it's over, right? That's the Rocky quote.
Yeah.
But I think
that's a good jump B!
Yep, not looking too great for our hero CoreValues right now. El Rosa being able to learn the matchup as they go and getting rid of Elisabeth so early with so much health left on Ralf is a great sign.
Yeah.
Oh no! The neutral hop over the Argentinian backbreaker. Okay, El Rosa is kind of nasty right now.
El Rosa straight up right now, kind of seeing the Matrix a little bit. I'm feeling these like serious to this, like the questions that CoreValues is posing. Never mind though, can't answer that.
Standing D to stop the hop-in attempt.
Yeah. Oh, you could get a better punish than that. Oh, here we go.
I appreciate the wake-up DP attempt there.
Punish that?
Okay. Oh, actually doesn't go for a confirm afterwards.
I think he just wants to keep the meter because why not? Frankly, like, oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like Rosa decided, you know what? I don't gotta spend this meter right now. It's probably better if I leave Jill with a ton of meter. And maybe not necessarily... I think, though, that, like, he could have just gotten the kill, man.
Well, I mean...
Clark was out of health.
Joe is going to be able to just lock down Clark with these fireballs right now. It's going to be pretty difficult here for Clark to get in, and there it is, just with Tatsu closing that out.
Now, I don't... Vanessa is... I don't... The problem with Vanessa is that I can't talk trash about Vanessa.
Well, one thing about Vanessa in this matchup, though, is that Joe's fireballs do ride along the ground, so she's not going to be able to get uppercuts for free like that in neutral.
Oh, that was cheeky. The EX weave cancel so that you could just continue the pressure. Okay.
They have the anti-air shatter strike. Gets caught trying to jump back, though.
No EX upper follow-up. CoreValues gotta be hitting himself a little bit for that. Nice pressure.
Oh, misses it again for the second time.
Another EX weave. He's trying to get that guard. Doesn't get the follow-up EX punch after that, though. I feel like CoreValues is going for some fancy guard break stuff. And maybe not. Oh, nice pickup. Remember, everybody, that's a thing you can do. Dunk.
EX, yep, there we go. Spend it meter efficient there as well. They could have just gone into the level 1, but they decided to just use 50 meter. Make sure they have enough going into Gato. This is still completely doable here for CoreValues, but El Rosa coming in with max meter.
Yeah. Now, though, CoreValues can't jab uppercut. Any jab uppercut is death. Nice weave forward. I don't know if I would have weaved forward with Gato on screen, but you know what? Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Exactly. Sometimes you have to show that confidence there.
That jump back roundhouse from Vanessa, huge problem.
Jumping CD, able to get the conversion as well, thanks to the counter hit.
Goes for the meter gain. Surprised they didn't go for some damage there. Oh.
Oh my god, raw overhead there, right into level 2.
Yep, and there's gonna be climax after this.
Boom. 4,000 years of Chinese martial arts.
All coming down to this moment. Kicker into the ground. Still not dead. There's plenty of life, though.
Oh, I love the guard cancel back straight into uppercut.
Oh, no. Oh, that's going to be level 2 after this.
It should be enough. Absolutely.
It's enough.
CoreValues able to take it off of one straight uppercut there. Great stuff going 2-1 over El Rosa.
Oh, my God. Just absolutely incredible metal from CoreValues. Back then, he was playing a little bit more of Vanessa, Mary, Betty. I don't see Mary right now. I see Gato. And, I mean, if you're going to replace Mary, who, by the way, is really good.
Yes.
Don't let people tell you Mary sucks.
Sleeper.
Anyone that says Mary sucks, they're lying.
No, the Blue Mary, since Tamago is rocking Blue Mary, we can talk about that character. There's just the threat of EX slide is so huge, but right now Rock is doing a lot of work with just this jumping CD over and over.
Yeah, and then Tamago comfortable sort of staying in like a mid-distance here. Uh-oh! We've got action. LazieFreddy decides to not blow the EX uppercut to maybe get the wall carry. Nice punish, run up C. Curious to see that Tamago actually went and did the EX knuckle there when it looked like it wasn't going to hit. No chance to
way to
confirm
reset
that.
the pressure as well.
Yep.
Trying to chase down, actually hits him with the low, knocks him out at the start above Shatter Strike. Great conversion here.
Yep. Hop CD again. A little bit of pressure. Oh, that's a really good hop C. That's dead. Jump CD is out of here.
That was a really risky hop C as well, considering that LazieFreddy was going to be dead in one more touch, and they just decided to go right on the offensive. I love that decision. Now they have to deal with Blue Mary coming in.
But I feel like of all the games, a game where you need to know exactly when you need to like take your foot off the brakes, KOF is one of those games, right?
Absolutely.
Wow. Nice pressure here. One thing about Mary is that I know you're talking about the EX slide, but I don't think EX slide is the scary part. It's that crouching short is a problem. That jumping D is a problem. Her jab is wild. She's got so many strong buttons in neutral. That thing is, yeah, that thing is obnoxious. Tamago just did short jab rolling, and LazieFreddy was like, you know what? I'm gonna stop blocking at the rolling, I think.
Yeah, Blue Mary has really long reach. You wouldn't think it just based on how like small she is, but she really puts those limbs out there. Like look at that, that 2B is just 2B and that 2A both reach so far, and they come out so quick as well.
Nice uppercut there from LazieFreddy, up kicks. LazieFreddy right now kind of really far behind, but it's still Gato. Any mistake could just be like a huge chunk of life shaved off. Oh, I think he didn't think that was going to hit. This time he does. He is aware. Gets it confirmed. Follow up, level 1 super.
Yeah, capitalizes on that second chance there. Goes for the empty throw, but what a great tech from Tamago.
You can punish that. You can punish in between that. You could just level 1 kick super in between the rolling. You can do EX uppercut in between the rolling hits. There's so many things you could do. Don't let Mary get away with rolling, chat room. If you see rolling come out, and you'll know because she just yells, rolling!
And she does it all the time. Every single Blue Mary will do it in block strings until you make sure that they pay for it.
Yeah, if you're playing Yori, the easiest thing you can do is fierce uppercut into level 1 super. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Shout out to all my Yori players who are sticking it through.
Great run up DP there, but runs straight into a low from LazieFreddy. Blue Mary's out of here, and now LazieFreddy's Vanessa, or excuse me, Elisabeth up against Tamago's Mai. So this is an interesting matchup as well. Mai coming in with maximum meter is kind of scary.
Oh. Nice Jabru Embu. Jabru Embu. Omega safe. Okay. Tamago goes for the short version of that. I feel like he could have gotten a full corner carry into some more stuff if he had done EX Ninja B into the...
One important thing to note, too.
Oh, great pickup.
There we go. Right.
That's going to be so much damage. That's dead. It's not dead. Oh, now it's dead.
Yep, with the fan at the end. I was going to say one important thing to note there, too, of the way that Tamago was playing was they only threw 2 fans that entire time. One was in a combo, and the other was just a meaty fan right at the very end. They went full-on rushdown with Mai. This character is so strong in the sense that kind of in the same way as Robert, she is just good at everything, right? She can play that zoning game, she can play that rushdown game, and she's efficient at every single position.
Yeah, so a lot of the things about Mai that make her really strong are obviously her CD in the air and on the ground. They're basically the same move, and the hitbox is atrociously good. It's so big. It covers so much space. It's so good to just throw out a neutral. It dominates the neutral. In fact, it's probably her best air button for air-to-air situations. Also, Jump D, very strong. Jump C has a problem where even though she's swinging the fan, it doesn't hit above her, so less strong, but she's just got so many options. Crouching short and into crouching jab, leaning into so much damage off just EX Ryembu. Another real strong thing about that character. Mai is just loaded, replete with options. But almost all of them need meter. Not in the same way maybe that like a Vanessa could just delete human beings from existence. Like this, uppercut.
Yeah, that's all you need. Tries to go for the reset actually there with the overhead. Not able to get it, but still has the pressure going. Gonna go ahead and dash backwards to create a little bit of space.
So I'm just seeing really good patience right now for LazieFred. Wants to see if he can get Tamago to overcommit to something. Kind of ran into that CD there. It happens.
Oh, there's the trade. Going to be in Tamago's favor, but they're not able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, no, Tamago's looking now for the hops, and so a rock that's on point looking to anti-air stuff, it's just almost impossible to jump in, because that like angle of that punch is just so messed up.
Here we go. Gato coming in now with nearly 3 bars on deck. 1 touch and Rock is out of here. So it's really important here now that Tamago can allow Rock to survive long enough to get Gato down.
Yep. Oh, no punish. LazieFreddy kind of dropping some basic stuff. Oh, activation times.
And I love that activation too. You're spending all that meter, but that's okay. Look at the reward, the lead that Tamago is getting over LazieFreddy right now.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that timer. Tamago maybe try to stretch the timer out to 39 because there is like a significant drop-off in the health amount that you get when it hits the 30s. But you know, whatever. A lot of that damage is going to stick, even though, you know, it was expensive damage, but hey, damage is damage in this game.
Yep, it's going to give Miria a nice lead here.
And Tamago just never shy to spend meter. Tamago knows that meter is what wins games.
And one great thing about that sway in the corner as well, for people who may not know, that is full body invincible. Blue Mary can throw that out and then decide whether or not she wants to go for the command grab afterwards. So doing that when your opponent's back is against the wall is such an incredibly strong tool for her.
Yeah, now it is throw vulnerable, and so it's sometimes a risk to do against characters like Clark, because Clark will just Frankensteiner if he sees it coming.
Yes.
And then you're in trouble. There's a lot of options. Wow, I can't believe just close C and that it hit either.
I don't think Tamago believed it was going to hit either because they went for the EX hop forward command grab.
It's time for Betty Crimes. No, I understand why he didn't spend any more meter. But man, get this problem off the screen, man. Tamago doesn't have that much meter right now anyway.
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes
Tamago's slowly building up that meter, though, and one more touch against LazieFreddy, it's going to be really difficult for them to come back.
Yeah, but LazieFreddy had the option there to kind of like blow into level 2. And with that, he would have had a lot more time left. Would have forced Blue Mary to have to hold the mix-up on Wake Up. And if they get it, they would have gotten way more life back from the amount of time that they got. And Mai would still only have 2 meter. So now Mai has the same amount of meter, but LazieFreddy has maybe less meter than they would have had they successfully gotten the kill, or maybe 1 less meter.
Yeah,
right?
now LazieFreddy's gonna have to deal with this CD pressure as well. I'm trying to go for the jumping knee there for a cross-up, doesn't quite get it though.
Yeah, one of the things I wish more Betty players would do against my players is you gotta be more willing to put the crouching C out there. I know it feels scary, but Mai wants to hop over you, man. Mai has a cross-up and she loves it. Just my thing.
And there it is, Speak of the Devil, and they will appear.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a prophet or nothing, but
and a level
I play
2.
Mai. Yeah, I too love to hop B. You know, like, it's like, you know, God damn it. Clark on anchor, not my favorite place for Clark, but I understand the logic behind it. We've got CoreValues, Clark, Vanessa, Elisabeth against ViolentKain, Rock, Kill, Terry. What are we going to see?
Clark's going to be able to get through. So one thing about Rock wants to rush you down, but being close to Clark is kind of scary. So CoreValues is going to have to navigate through a little bit more of this footsies and fireball game that you're seeing ViolentKain throw out.
Yeah, I think actually the scariest place to be against Clark isn't right in his face. It's actually like 1 to 1.5 character distances away, right? Because Clark, maybe not against Rock, where Rock has a stand CD where he can contest that, a stand C where he contests that space so strongly as we're seeing ViolentKain do right now, like right there, bam. But giving Clark the space to throw out a stand D, a hop D, run up and throw you, all those things are absolutely scary things that you don't want to let Clark do to you. Look at that.
Yeah,
chased with a jump jab
into
a tackle. Oh, ViolentKain gets out of there just in time.
Oh, the trade? Excuse me?
Yeah, remember... No, finish.
No, I was going to say, CoreValues just barely staying alive, but there we go. Clark is gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, remember, kids, this ain't Street Fighter. If you do a super and it ain't like at least level 2, there's a good chance if someone pushed a fat button into it that you're about to witness a GameStop trade and not in your favor. You're not GameStop in that equation.
Oh my god, ViolentKain's gonna get good value off of this hit as well.
Didn't get like maximum damage, but you know what? That's a chunk of change. Unfortunately, 48 seconds, he's gonna get like 300 of that back. He's gonna have like a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, nearly
almost
full
none of that
health.
stuck. Yeah.
But it's going to be about tied up in health and resources here with Kyo coming in on the mid. We were talking last time ViolentKain was on screen about how scary this Kyo is, and there's a nice
What a
DP.
good, yeah. So, things that you might not know about Kyo. Kyo is a good answer to Vanessa. Why, you might be asking? EX uppercut punishes jab uppercut on block.
And not a whole lot of characters can actually punish that reliably, right? So that definitely makes Kyo a really solid choice in this matchup.
For Kyo, it costs, I believe, just a 50% meter. I don't know if Yori can also EX uppercut it, but he's another one of the characters who can do it. There's just a lot of stuff going on there, right? Like, there's a few characters who can really screws on that character. Unfortunately, CoreValues no longer has Vanessa.
Yeah,
it's just down to Betty.
And ViolentKain is just building up meter slowly here. It still has Terry on the back burner. Oh, great standing D, though, from CoreValues.
Yeah, CoreValues right here. Uh-oh, getting clipped. That's going to be level 2 Orochinagi. Oh my god, that hurt.
Oh, tried to go for the pickup there, but a whip is going to allow Elisabeth to actually get some fat damage in. Nice DP. Tries to go for the reset.
That was such a good punish on the roll. Caught the roll with the EX. Nice backdash to get out of the throw. Level 1. That's not going to kill. Overhead.
ViolentKain still has one chance to escape, but a run-up throw, the classic.
Now, Terry has 2 meters, 2.5 meter. Oh no, like 2.25 meter. Betty only has 1, but it's still Betty.
But
Oh,
max mode is also
Anyway.
on deck. Doesn't even need to spend the max mode. Actually, is going to be able to close it out. 1 up now for ViolentKain.
Yep, so I was getting ahead of myself there. What I meant to say is that Terry is humongous. And Terry's going to take out Betty with absolutely no problem. And we're going to go to game 2.
Terry is pretty jacked in this game, huh? They've just been getting bigger over time, just like Soul.
Dude, Terry's so large. Yo, Rio ate the last version of Rio. My man was just like, you know what? I don't have enough creatine or protein in my diet. I'm just going to eat my previous version.
It shouts to Rio. Rio is so cool in this game. But even cooler is Clark right now on deck.
Yeah, Clark right now. Clark right now trying to... There you go, nice. Into front step.
So we didn't really talk about one of Clark's best buttons here, which is 2D. 2D reaches so far and comes out so fast. A lot of Clark's block strings will actually push them out far enough that it hits 2D just at maximum range. But ViolentKain has been doing a great job checking low, making sure not to get hit, and staying out of 2D range as well.
CoreValues right now is a little too scared, I think, of ViolentKain's jump CD. There you go. Now that he finally sort of like decided a good point to go in, goes ahead and puts a rolling death cradle, putting ViolentKain in the corner. Nice short into, very good. Nice short into Frankensteiner, into level 1. Super Argentina backbreaker. That's going to be it for ViolentKain's rock.
And a great start here for CoreValues now. You got to put a little bit of oomph into Rock's name, right?
Every now and then, yeah.
Here we go. Kyo coming in now with nearly 3 bars on deck.
Man. Uh-oh. That button always messes me up, too. So CoreValues, I completely understand what you're going through. Level 2, Rochinagi. I think that's a dead Clark. Rosa's man. Yep.
The amount of burst damage that just comes out from Kyo is... I never expected to kill, ever.
The thing is that we're kind of like... We're kind of messed up by now, right? Like by... Like characters like this who could just sort of do goofy stuff. And so we forget that Kyo hurts.
Yeah, well, right now Kyo is getting hurt by CoreValues. Gonna get this hard knockdown in the corner here for Vanessa. Goes for the jumping CD to keep that pressure going.
Yeah, that was a safe jump setup, by the way. Oh, the whiff uppercut so he can throw. That's actually kind of like OD. Great jump back D. CoreValues, Yeah, los valores principales is in fact a little too strong.
But hey, all you need is Terry with max mode in a dream, right? Gonna start off immediately with the burn knuckle. There we go, it's over, max mode.
Yeah, so about that. My man straight up said it's going down.
Oh, but what a roll through there from CoreValues. Able to get the throw as well, but puts himself right back here into the corner.
Yep, and now Terry without meter is not as scary. Like, admittedly, a lot of the fear of Terry is that if he hits you with a couple shorts, it's party time. But that doesn't mean, yeah, you can't just forget that he's bonkers, right? Like, he still do be hurting.
Yeah, he still has incredibly strong buttons and big damage. That standing D alone is just incredibly solid, and he doesn't need a whole lot of meter to convert into half your health.
Yep, so this is technically match point for ViolentKain. CoreValues just needs to survive Terry with 1 3/4 meter. CoreValues with 4 meters of his own. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, he almost got blown up for whipping that there. And CoreValues hasn't really attempted to challenge at all. Finally, there's a jumping D.
EX overhead. Nice jump D. Ooh, they traded shorts. Uh-oh!
Oh no, a whiff JD is going to be a lot of damage here now for ViolentKain. Right into level 1 power geyser.
And it might not be like a game-ending combo, but like the amount of damage that is and the amount of control, incredible. Uh-oh. Are we going to see climax? No, level 2. Fair enough.
I like that, holding on to a little bit more meter here. Just needs one more
I think
touch.
The climax would have... but that's fine. CoreValues. Short.
Able to close it out and tie this up. Staying alive. You love to see it.
Cookie with the info. Climax wouldn't have comboed off that anywhere juggle. Thank you very much, Cookie. That is a thing that I did not know about Elisabeth there. So now I do. Interesting. I don't understand Betty very well. She is to me, she's kind of like a alien character for aliens.
Yeah, she is definitely a very interesting character. I like to see her played because she can play more of that kind of zoning game with her weird fireball or go in. Well, speaking of characters that want to go in, here we go back to Rock and Clark.
Nice sweep. Now, one thing that I think CoreValues now understands about ViolentKain is that he can't do sweep into the dash forward because ViolentKain has checked it every time. Jab into turn punch. Okay, fair enough. Didn't do EX tackle. I think it was a drop there. Nice.
Great jump over two. Wow.
I'm stealing that. I saw how that worked. I'm stealing it. That's mine now. You made this, I made it.
That's my mix-up.
Yeah, that's your mix-up? That's my mix-up. Oh, very good stuff right now from CoreValues Clark. I know that ViolentKain doesn't like fighting Clarks. Uh-oh, but you can't be out here just doing turn punch for no reason.
Oh, great short
nice
hop
punish on the whip. What's Clark gonna do? Roll out of the corner. Did a what? What? No, why?
Looked like he woke up D there. Maybe he was expecting a command throw from ViolentKain.
I thought he would just do standing D, honestly, at that distance. I feel like CoreValues hasn't been using standing D anymore. Close D. Close D's so good, you might as well put it out there. Oh, CD into CD. Now Vanessa's in the corner. Oh no.
Kane cashing out too for big damage here. Gets the hard knockdown. And shouts to Pat for the 2 gifted subs. We appreciate the support so much. Thank you.
Yeah, shout outs to Pat, one of the players in our bracket today, actually. A Meitenkun player. So thank you, Pat, for the 2 gift subs. And, man, ViolentKain right now.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for our hero CoreValues. They're going to have a real uphill road to climb. This is a start, though.
It's fine right now. Oh, nice empty jump into throw. Short into EX overhead. That's good.
All right, this is completely doable still here for Elisabeth, but you still got to get through the wall. That is ViolentKain's Kyo.
Yeah, Pat. Betty's good. Betty will melt you by accident, like little by little. Just 300 damage at a time will just kind of chunk you out. There you go, another 300 damage, and all of a sudden you're down to your last 300 life because she's been tapping you with some other buttons in the interim. Oh, ViolentKain had a
really risky rollback there too, though. ViolentKain almost able to
Oh,
chase it down. Raw overhead's gonna lead into a lot of damage. Level 1, not close enough to the corner to get the loops though.
Cover your neck. Okay. Oh, Nice block on the second one. It was too far. We didn't get a mix-up. EX overhead.
CoreValues needs
Overhead.
to close this out. The clock is starting to tick down. They need as much health as they can get going into Terry. And there it is.
I think that this is enough for CoreValues to make a comeback. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying that this is not the worst situation I've seen. Unfortunately, you can't get touched by ViolentKain. You get hit, you're dead.
And there it is.
Yeah.
ViolentKain going up 2-1 here over CoreValues to move forward in winner's side top 8.
Yeah, it's just, man. That character. Terry's jump D. Could someone please? Can I? All right, listen. Once the camera comes back to me, I'm gonna make an impassioned plea. Oh no, it's too. The crappy trumpets are just gonna go. I'm not gonna be able to.
You can just listen to the grunting of Clark and Gato here.
Hold on, I'm complaining to someone real quick that's talking. Anyway.
All right, Johny able to get a nice little start here, but we're back to mid-screen. Look at that, just trying to approach there with the jumping CD. One thing, though, is Gato's jumping CD is a little stubby here, and Clark does have some pretty great long-ranging buttons, especially that standing D, able to get the knockout of the air as well.
I'm actually surprised he didn't follow that up with tackle, because you can actually tackle after that. Oh, Tamago, no. No follow up there? Regular tackle to throw? Damn, Tamago going nuts.
Yeah, just getting the damage there, and that's going to be a full health Clark.
Very good stuff there from Tamago. Tamago's Clark is ridiculous. Shout outs to Dino for following. Dino, get me out of this taco dance hell. Thank you and God bless.
All right, there's
Nice
the uppercut. Jump CD to get as much corner carry as possible, and Raycat who that with another gifted sub.
It's not one gifted sub. That's 12 months of tier 1.
Oh, 12 months
Thank
of
you,
tier
Raycat.
1? Good lord, I just noticed that. Yeah, thank you so much.
Man, Tamago right now putting on an absolute Clark clinic. All y'all Clark players, up to and including me, you gotta see what this man's doing right now. Absolute monstrous pressure here. Good sweep though from Johny.
Johny finally able to turn things around a little bit, pushing Tamago here into the corner. They have to capitalize on this.
That D stuffing uppercut, excuse me? Things I didn't know that I know now. Nice
But all right,
uppercut
Johnny's
here in
going
the
to get a
corner.
hard knockdown here in the corner.
Didn't follow up with super. Kind of surprised.
A great guard cancel though. Tamago fighting their way out. Nice crouching D as well.
Nice patience on that block. Oops.
And we're tied up.
One thing that I do notice that some Clark players do sometimes when they see that the uppercut's coming from a little too far away is just B grab. Because you just tank the hit and then just grab him and chuck him into the air. Johny now, not a whole lot of health.
What is this
But-
Benimaru color though?
No, what do you mean? He looks great. Actually, I think he looks cool. All the Benimaru colors are interesting and cool. There's a dad Benimaru color that I saw yesterday. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he had like the really bright blue, like cowboy jeans. It was great.
The cowboy jeans? Yo.
The cowboy jeans.
Do they have a Polnareff color though? The white hair with the black top?
Probably. They have to, right?
You would think so. So here we go. Johny coming in with Mai now. We've seen Mai put in a lot of work earlier tonight. We're going to see if Johnny's Mai can do the same.
Yeah, I think that Mai versus Benimaru, I would want to say that the Mai matchup is I mean, it's a good matchup for Mai, right? But Tamago's just built different. I know Benimaru is not great and all, but like,
This could be another situation, though, where for Johny, they might not have a lot of matchup experience against Benimaru, right? So far, they're looking pretty clean. They're just doing what Mai does, throwing out that standing CD to push back.
yeah. But we'll say this though, like, even if you don't have the matchup experience in this game against Benimaru, it's still Benimaru. Like, if you've played this game for a while, you know what Benimaru is about, right?
Yeah,
I would hope so.
All right, nice roll through with the guard cancel as well. Gets the throw. But a jumping CD is just going to push Tamago back further towards the corner.
Oh, nice chase there from Benimaru. Gets CD'd though. So one important, interesting thing about that CD from Mai is also that it well, it doesn't necessarily low crushes, it beats a lot of lows. It's just straight up.
Well, yeah, because she hops up in the air just a little bit. And also shouts to Shattercoin for the Tier 1 subscription. We appreciate all the support.
8 months of Tier 1. Thank you, Shattercoin.
But yeah, just the fact that it takes her a little bit off the ground makes her blow up
That
a
drops
lot
up.
of lows. But Mai is out of here. Tamago going to put a point on the board.
All right, please, one of you want to switch characters so that it puts Tamago on player 1 and we can get a different song, for the love of God. Oh man.
No, I get that. I get that.
I don't think I could take another round of Taco Dance.
Yeah, put in Iori's theme.
Yeah, hit me with that Arashi.
Let's get some saxophones in here. Oh, they know it too.
Oh, please tell me. No, did they not switch sides? They did not switch sides. I gotta listen to
it. Might be random song though, so you don't know.
No, there's no chance. There's no shot. It's random song. Johnny biggest KOF? Yeah, absolutely. He wants to listen to Taco's Dance.
Or maybe they're putting on Taco's Dance and playing their own music. Oh, no, we're getting an on-hill swap.
Yes, it did switch him. Yeah, he's putting on-hill in. Okay, they're so much better. Any of these is fine. Isaka, perfect. Take me back to 1998, baby. Let's go. By the way, so now, yeah, Tamago on the left, Johnny on the right. They had a side switch.
And gonna bring in Angel to go up against Clark. That's an interesting decision. We saw how good Angel was rocking earlier.
I think this matchup's really good for Clark. Obviously, I'm not either of these players, so I can only speak to my limited experience, but I like this matchup a lot for Clark. Even without meter, Clark doesn't need a whole lot of meter here. But Clark can do stuff like EX Gatling and force Angel to block the whole thing, which is something that a lot of the smaller characters, which are, I think all of them are women, they all get to crouch the last hit, which puts him really minus. Angel stays equal in that situation.
So far, Tamago is just doing an incredible job adding up damage by stray hits here, winning out neutral. And I love the awareness there from Tamago as well. Once Johnny is able to get the trade, they roll forward to make sure that they get away from the jumping CD.
Yeah, it was a really good dash under too from Johnny to get the sneaky hit on the other side. Right now, Johnny is trying to find an opening with which to put Tamago in the schmicks. Almost had it there, but didn't believe in the jump jab. Level 1 should kill. He might be alive by a little bit.
Yeah, it might be a magic pixel, and it is going to be a magic pixel.
Yeah, I've gotten let down by that super enough to know.
But, yep, chasing down there with a turn punch to get the chip damage.
Johnny had a good idea there, though, because that did put in a bunch of damage there, but now Vanessa against Clark. Clark doesn't really have any meter, though. Didn't get to keep any of it. He actually spent it throughout the first round.
Yeah, and is put here into the corner. Vanessa's corner pressure so scary, just gets hit by a straight uppercut from way down Southtown. And a level 2, goodbye Clark.
Yeah, I think a level 1 would have killed. But you know what? Sometimes you push both buttons by accident because you just really want to kill the character.
Better to be safe than sorry, right?
Absolutely. So Johnny now equaling the score here. Tamago now picking a much more, I would say a much more elegant Benimaru color here with the black pants, white shirt.
This Benimaru color is kind of fire. Nice 2D there, pushing Johnny into the corner.
Ooh, EX quarter. Into a follow-up in the corner. Not a whole lot of damage. I remember when EX quarter, EX Collider used to do so much more damage.
All right, knockdown in the corner here.
Super meaty CD. EX weave to maintain some pressure. Didn't get the follow-up.
What a conversion here from Tamago. Is able to get the level 2. Tries to go for the cross-up. Nice block from Johnny.
Nice cross up again. Good block though from Johnny. Johnny is just looking for anything. Sweep into weave. Raw fierce uppercut, nothing to it. Raw fierce uppercut clips, jab uppercut, EX uppercut.
Uppercut again. Isn't gonna have to spend any meter either.
Every now and then, you think everything's gonna go well.
And then you get Vanessa.
And you get clipped by an uppercut, and that's just your life. So much damage for a minimal amount of meter, honestly.
Tamago's not out yet, though. Just needs to touch Johnny one more time to tie this up here.
Oof.
Gets the
cross-up was gross. No follow-up, though. It's going to be punished.
Yeah, he dropped the follow-up. That's so tragic. They're going to get pushed all the way to the corner.
Oh, he expected a rising tackle. And then after that backdash, he was going to go for some uppercut shenanigans, but Tamago properly did a hop back CD, which is probably the one thing that would have absolutely stuffed the crap out of that uppercut. And it did. It was a GameStop trade.
All right, there's a nice jumping CD as well, getting this pressure going on Mai. I love the rollback, but jumps right into a standing CD there from Tamago. From Johny, excuse me.
That's fine. Nice hops. But good pressure for Johny. You gotta be careful with those hop CDs from Mai. So a thing about the jump CD is that it doesn't really have a great downward hitbox at all, unlike some other ones that you might use even against crouched opponents, so you can continue to put pressure. Mai's doesn't work quite the same way. If they duck under it and you get clipped, that's your death.
Well, speaking of getting clipped, Tamago gets clipped here. We're going to go straight into the level 3 climax, and I think that should be it.
This last hit right here does a bunch.
Yep, Johny tying it up 1-1 here.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this steel blue, sky blue Mai. Very cool color. Very good work there.
I'll be right up front with you. That's the best shade of blue. Free.
Absolutely. I cannot disagree in any way, manner, shape, or form. When I think of blue, that's the blue I like. So Johny, on the scoreboard, we're now tied up 1-1.
Yeah, looking really strong here now. Angel doing a pretty good job. We'll see if they'll be able to knock out Clark first here.
No, still Clark.
Yeah, so Tamago
Clark can still
plays this neutral so impeccable. There's that 2D, utilizing the jumping CD to just push Johny further here towards the corner. But what a dash through.
One thing I do notice that I'm not seeing a lot of Clark players do is that they don't use far B that much. Turn punch, jab turn punch into EX tackle. No follow-up. Huh.
Wants to maintain the corner, I respect that.
Yeah, but you can get a easy safe jump by simply doing the fierce punch follow-up and then catch him.
Putting in work right now though with this crouching D.
Ooh, okay.
Wake up, break it.
That's gonna be that's Magic Pixel, I think, again.
We'll see. Yep, just a little bit more. So unfortunate the scaling.
Yeah, I know at this point how badly that's gonna end every time because I live that disappointment every time.
That's the tragedy of playing Clark, right?
Yeah, I mean, the scaling on grabs has to be there because otherwise this character would be an unstoppable beast of death. Instead, he's just a crack addict, and that's fine.
There's the jumping CD though, pushing Tamago
the jumping CD, and he wasn't charging. If he had been charging, that's EX uppercut, and that's a party in the corner. Let's it rip. Clark needs damage buff. Someone ban this person for false advertising.
No, I agree.
But no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. And I play this character. I'll take him if you give him to me.
I also play this character. All right, there's an uppercut here. Nice corner carry. Oh my god, just wake up reversal throw.
Another thing I would like to see more Clarks do is straight up run up on people and grab them.
Yeah, I mean, that is something, that is like the grappler game plan, right? You got to put the fear of God in them with your throws. But wow, just jumping right into a 2B.
Nah, Tamago says get off me.
And so one thing that Benimaru actually does have, you were mentioning earlier about Gato, how it was strange that they were waking up with DP with Gato without having meter. Benimaru does have a meterless DP that is invincible. That is a very solid tool for this character.
Nice pressure now. Just raw rolls out of the corner, why not? Pays for it.
Tries to get the cross up there, but a nice escape from Johny.
Damn. The slowest D on Earth.
You see Tamago just putting out that 2B over and over. He just needs one touch, one clip to get rid of Vanessa.
No!
No! And there it is.
There you go.
Yeah, he was fishing for that uppercut so hard there with the 2B.
Yep, now it's match point from Tamago. Or for Tamago, really.
Still has to get through this Mai, though, and this Mai with 3 bars on deck is a scary thing.
Nice jump D. Johny looking for anything. Another jab Ryuembu. EX. I'm sorry, CD.
Yeah, that CD locking you down from jumping out of the corner as well. Just such a high utility tool.
Oh, nice throw there. Another nice throw there from Tamago.
Able to get that air counter hit, forcing the guard cancel there out of Johny. I love that run-up DP to break through the jumping CD.
Ooh, short, stand jab, crouching short. Actually, was that crouching short, standing jab, crouching jab?
It was definitely something.
It was wild is what it was.
But it's up to Rock now here for Tamago. This is it. Winner moves on. Using the using the fireball at the end of the block string there, that's an incredibly dangerous thing to do.
Doesn't spend the meter. Tamago would rather have the versatility of the meter there. Nice clip CD, but didn't follow it up in the corner. It's not going to matter. Tamago's going to take it with an absolutely clinical display there of Rock skills.
Yeah,
Johny going into the
Tamago,
losers.
Egg himself, moving on in the winner's side here.
Kukri is a character, is a feast or famine kind of character where I feel that even though his neutral is interesting, the problem is that when he has to play hard defense, it's a problem. LazieFreddy with Blue Mary, Vanessa, Elisabeth, and Blue Mary's blues on the tunes. Shoutouts to LazieFreddy.
Yeah, and Blue Mary on point here as well. Normally when you see Blue Mary played on point, players will normally lean a little bit more into that grappler play style because they won't have EX kick or EX speedball, right? So
yeah, now I wonder if Fibonacci, I wonder if Fibonacci understands that he could have rolled out of the rolling there, and I wonder if he's going to make that adjustment later if he sees it again. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, there's just that run-up command grab utilizing the invincibility frames as well. So far, this is working out, the decision to go ahead and put Blue Mary on point.
I think Blue Mary is strong basically every slot you put her in. With meters, obviously she has access to EX Stinger, which incredible move. But right now, Fibonacci putting on a little bit of pressure here with Kukri.
Wonderful guard cancel backwards there, though, on the fireball call out, able to escape the corner with that.
Committed to throwing the fireball, got a little predictable, got guard cancel roll through.
Yeah, LazieFreddy
doesn't miss the opportunity.
That's 2 fireballs that have been called out with a guard cancel into a punish. So LazieFreddy is fully aware of how to handle Kukri, just putting on a show right now.
Yeah, LazieFreddy's Blue Mary absolutely hulking right now. Fibonacci is already down to Dolores, and like, while I really like the composition of Fibonacci's team, I wonder if he's just never really had to deal with a Blue Mary before. I feel like there's a lot of lack of knowledge on how to deal with this character right now.
There's a run-up command throw. Again, you're seeing that Fibonacci is landing and trying to press buttons. LazieFreddy is capitalizing on that with these run-up command throws.
Good pressure right now. Ooh, EX Stinger needs to be blocking low.
Able to get the speedball. There's the DP follow-up.
Rolling away, trying to not get caught here. Good pressure for Fibonacci. Fibonacci has plenty of meter. But LazieFreddy obviously has a huge life advantage. Oh, nice punish on the whiff grab. Doesn't
spend any more though, but goes for the command grab there. Still doesn't kill.
Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. However,
Right,
it's just such a flexible option that it's like, yeah, even if it doesn't do a gobs of damage, it still hurts.
All right, Fibonacci is gonna, you see, yep, they're backing up, trying to create a little bit of space, play a little bit more of a zoning game here against LazieFreddy. They want to keep Vanessa out, but getting clipped by just a 2B. Set here to the corner, hard knockdown. No, actually gonna go for the level 2. Yeah, built up just enough meter.
That's going to be it for Fibonacci's team. Wow.
Incredibly strong gameplay here from LazieFreddy. Blue Mary really did all the work, and Vanessa just came in to mop it up right at the end.
Yeah, I'm just absolutely astounded by like the pressure that LazieFreddy's Blue Mary put on, even without the meter, especially initially. It's just like I have to fight Blue Mary all the time, right? Like my best friend plays Blue Mary, and man, she's such an obnoxious character to have to fight because of how good her buttons are. And so, but without the meter, at the very least, it feels like she can't just obliterate you. But really, she don't need a whole lot of it. 1 meter and she's good to go. Nice bait on the command throw there.
Oh, wow. Fibonacci actually dashing back to bait out the DP and then running into it anyway.
Yeah, that's just...
It's all right. They're able to redeem themselves, pushing LazieFreddy here back to the corner. Tries to go for their own little cross up there, but great blocking from LazieFreddy.
Oh, wow, the sliding sweep. Ooh, stand C, get off me. Oh, wow, punish with the sliding sweep again. LazieFreddy here, not spending any meter for that punish. Interesting. I feel like they could have gotten a lot of damage out of it. Oh, EX Stinger!
From like point blank range as well. Gonna get that hard knockdown and the jump in too. They actually dropped the combo, but got the chip damage there with the slide.
Yeah, and oh man, that's just so unfortunate. What looked like a landslide effort from Fibonacci suddenly turning into a LazieFreddy 1-up in terms of this. Okay, let it rip, I guess.
Chases down the teleport too.
Yeah, doing exactly what you gotta do when you're facing Kukri. Stay on Kukri.
Yeah, you don't want to give this character any room to breathe here. Nice DP, gonna get some pressure off this as well.
Nice blocks there also by LazieFreddy, because one of the things about Kukri is that people seem to just get confused about the sand clones. It's not like they look exactly like him. They look very different. You know? So it's like...
And the main thing is, though, is you don't want to get caught standing there. You have to try and jump out of them or escape because they have that lingering hitbox.
I
wonder if what's happening to LazieFreddy is what's happening a little bit to me, where I'm kind of, because he's doing teleport into teleport, and the character is not appearing for long enough, don't register that he's now suddenly teleported back in. It's kind of weird.
No, I completely
I like what I'm seeing. I'm like losing track somehow in like my mind's eye of exactly where Kukri is, and that might be the goal here.
Yeah, Fibonacci is definitely trying to play a little bit more of a slippery Kukri and more of like a zoning Kukri. They haven't gotten any chance to get pressure running forward.
LazieFreddy dropped the punish there.
There's the teleport, but LazieFreddy with the roll backwards just to escape the clone.
Yeah, LazieFreddy right now trying to figure out exactly what the hell Fibonacci is doing here. Fibonacci, oh, got clipped. Party time.
Yeah, so it looked like Fibonacci was using clone to move around a lot. He's trying to find that one hit to get, there it is.
You mean that one?
Just needed one hit to try and get this pressure going.
See, he comes right back into where he was before. That was a really good guard cancel back roll by LazieFreddy.
LazieFreddy definitely has really strong Kukri matchup knowledge. They utilize the guard cancel to punish so many of their options in the corner.
Yeah, and it's just, man, I'm actually surprised because what I see a lot of Kukri players do is that when they get into that level of, when they do the teleport out to teleport in, they actually kind of like check with more crouching jabs. And I feel like Fibonacci didn't really do that. He just went straight into spin kicks. And I'm just like, if you had done crouching jabs, you would have caught Vanessa rolling back.
Speaking of checking, though, Fibonacci doing a really good job checking LazieFreddy there with the standing D, getting rid of Vanessa as well.
But now we're down. It's all come down to this. LazieFreddy on match point. However, Fibonacci got 3 meters into Dolores. Dolores and Elisabeth, both characters who are argued to be right outside of the very, very top. But I think in this aspect, the fact that Betty is a lot easier to convert a lot of damage into is probably going to be the downfall of Fibonacci here.
Yep, and Abe's able to actually teleport out of the corner here, but one more touch, and it's going to be a win here for LazieFreddy. Fibonacci's definitely got to hang back.
She's got a lot of meter, and it's hard to jump at Dolores.
Oh, the trade is going to do it.
Very good stuff from LazieFreddy, showing us why he was a winner.
Yep, and moving forward here on loser side. Great stuff, though, to Fibonacci for coming out, playing a really interesting team as well. Thank you for showing up here at TNS.
I also am betting on El Rosa, but not for Dinosaur, but that because that's the homie. So here we go. Gato, Joe, Ralf on El Rosa side on the right. Wero, Asamiya playing Vanessa, Terry, Athena. Putting Athena all the way at the back. Does that mean he means business?
We'll see. Starting off, though, El Rosa putting in the pressure right now with Gato.
Nice, well, not really nice block. More like unfortunate that Wero didn't get the overhead into the confirm of the close C that he was looking for. El Rosa right now. Now remember, El Rosa on Gato, if you have level 1 meter, you can no longer do jab uppercut on block against Gato once he has meter.
Yes.
It's punishable by raw level 1 super.
But so far, Wero's doing a really good job, not even having to rely on uppercut. There it is, and El Rosa built up the meter just in time, but no punish.
Yeah, probably wasn't thinking about it yet. Nice. Dash, you know, air flight towards, I don't know what to call that move.
The
flight of the cat. The leap.
And there we go with the EX uppercut, getting rid of Gato.
Yeah, Vanessa absolutely running through that Gato there. And now we have Joe. And now Joe again.
Yeah, Yo Joe.
Especially in the beginning.
I think Joe is a really good matchup against Vanessa. Like you were saying before, Joe is really good at excelling at any point and in really any situation. And having that fireball to lock down Vanessa's uppercut is so important, but they're not able to get Vanessa off of them right now. Wero is being smothered.
And I feel like that's just what you got. Oh my god, have you ever traded in such a way that you still died anyway? Oh, got the jumping D and didn't get to do anything about it because didn't believe in it. Throwing some hurricane uppers. Have it back, I don't want it.
Nice jumping CD there over the hurricane upper. Able to chip them out as well.
Now Vanessa right now working on a Vanessa CV. Or OVV, one Vanessa victory.
Yeah, we're not gonna get a chance of a Joe CV, huh?
Maybe not. Okay, turn punch. Level 1 tackle. Now, do you kill her? I spend the meter here. Well, I guess you don't because you went into tackle. Yeah, you went to tackle super, so you can't really do much else other than climax, so probably not worth it.
Yeah, I decides to hold on to that meter.
Yeah, if you had done maybe Galactica Phantom, you could have done level 2 super afterwards, but I think maybe he just wants to hang on to as much meter as he can. EX, punch the floor, enrage.
And this is a completely winnable game here for El Rosa. Ralf is a menace, and Ralf has a lot of meter on deck. It's really gonna kind of decide whether or not they can get the pressure going here up against Terry, because all Terry really needs is one hit, too.
I got hit by that Terry. What the hell was that? I feel like El Rosa landed a cross-up that didn't happen. EX. Okay. EX. No, didn't get it.
It's all right. American reset. Oh, tries to go for the rocket punch there in the corner. Doesn't get punished for it, though. Run up throw. Goes for the overhead mix-up. No punish on the crack shoot.
It's fine right now. El Rosa still trying to put some pressure. Gets thrown. Ooh, standing C, but doesn't activate. Maybe didn't believe in it. Uh-oh, activate. This isn't gonna kill, but it's sure gonna hurt. Oh.
Oh, he actually goes for EX crack shoot overhead there.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god,
yeah,
right into the level
2 tackle.
Okay, El Rosa. That was kind of nice. Hitting with the very tip of the Shatter Strike there.
Yeah, frankly, you know what? Fine.
Those things happen. Those things happen. But now it's going to be really difficult here for Ralf to deal with Athena. Luckily, Ralf does have max mode.
Yeah, I mean, Ralf is also Ralf, right? Like, Ralf got buttons, Ralf got max mode, Ralf got air thrown.
Oh, goes for the EX. Slowly walks up and throws.
Yep. Raw Max. I actually did not hate Raw Max, but unfortunately he got hit by EX teleport into a close punch.
Yeah, those things happen. Wero going up 1-0 here against El Rosa. El Rosa was looking really clean there. I think it's just they need to do a little bit better in that point where Gato needs to put in a little bit more work. And maybe they should throw in Dinosaur. I see that end match. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that he'll pick Dinosaur though. It's a possibility, but maybe somewhere else is where we'll see the change. I'm not El Rosa. I can't claim to know these kind of things,
but he might. Yeah, we're gonna have to see,
we'll see
here. Actually, Shermy.
Shermy.
All right, I actually really like that decision, throwing Shermy on anchor as well. So Shermy has had an interesting kind of course throughout this game, right? In the very beginning when KOF 15 released, people were just saying Shermy's a point character, she's a point character. And now I feel like she's evolved so much that we're seeing her on anchor way more than we've ever seen her on point.
Yeah, I think that, I mean,
it's all thanks to that
Shermy?
EX Anywhere, right?
Yeah, Shermy EX Anywhere is really what makes her so strong. 1 second, I gotta see something.
Alright, but there's the EX uppercut here. So much damage in the corner. Gonna get that hard knockdown as well with the rapid punches. Goes for the overhead mix-up. Is able to get him with the crouching B as well. Gato is getting obliterated right now. Good lord. Alright, okay, so Gato's gone just like that. And now it's going to be all up to Ralf and Shermy to bring this back here for Wero. Vanessa, no damage at all. Jumping CD, we're going to push Ralf all the way to the corner here, trying to fight their way out, though.
Yeah, So now, I mean, after that, like, it sucks to lose a whole character and not have anything to show for it. And it's gonna suck when I lose all these points, but here we go again. Oh no, Vanessa showing why Vanessa's top tier. Uppercut. Oh,
And
man.
that is a
this
perfect... Oh, yeah, okay, that's a good question, announcer. Mr. Announcer, man. Is this fight already over? It's kind of looking like it. Not too good right now for El Rosa.
I believe. Mostly because I have no choice.
Our channel points are on the line, El Rosa. Bring this back.
Yep. Nice use of Vanessa's, like, actual punches other than uppercuts to sort of, like, reapply pressure after a sway back. I feel like once they touch some of Vanessa's tools, we're actually going to see more of those moves shine.
Great roll back there
Roll
as well
up.
to escape the 2 A's.
Very good run-up command grab from El Rosa. He's going to
Safe
go
jump.
for a meaty jump C. Yep.
And we
Run
got
up
a lot of
throw.
meter on deck, too. All right, I like that. I like El Rosa creating a little bit of space
Yeah,
there.
sure me cute. I can't believe he blocked that. I got hit. Nice neutral jump D. Neutral jump D on Shermie. Very obnoxious. Really good use there of the jumping C. That hitbox is so nuts. Manages to clip Vanessa. Shermie's on the board.
That
And
was
El Rosa.
That was so
As a result.
good for El Rosa as well. They barely spent any meter and were able to conserve a lot of health. But right now, Athena just going to town. Good lord!
Level
The
2. That might be dead. It's not dead. But it's... Look at those. Nice EX! Yup. You're gonna have to guess. Oh my god, no!
Drops the conversion there, and an air throw is gonna do it. Wero knocking El Rosa out of the bracket here.
Oh no, I kind of saw and understood what El Rosa was looking for, and he just, oh man, the double drop, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah, just you hate to see it end like that. It's just not something you see very often, especially with
Worked
Vanessa
earlier,
on
though.
point on the other end here for LazieFreddy. Wow, 2D hop forward right at the start.
Yep, you ever just not believe? Oh wow, okay.
Okay, CoreValues is unchained right now.
Yep, CoreValues right now with absolutely cheeky stuff. Close D into sweep, that's another nonsense bit. Oh my god, please CoreValues.
And Vanessa gets deleted with a rolling death cradle there.
I feel like I want to just, like, after this tournament, I just want to hit up CoreValues and just go into, like, single character mode and just run Clark v. Clark.
Download all the data that you possibly can. And look, you already see
strong.
LazieFreddy being a little bit more hesitant in neutral now.
Yeah, it's scary, man. Like, when Clark starts popping off and you can feel the hatred. Not the hatred, but you can feel, like, the wildness. When Clark gets going, he lives in your head and it hurts. Look at this.
I would say Clark is one of those heavy momentum-based characters, right? Once the snowball starts running, it's really difficult to stop.
Yeah, he's just so monstrous. And LazieFreddy's also not doing a good enough job of checking these hops after the sweep. Oh my god, please.
That was
This
kind
is
of
illegal.
disgusting. That was the second time that we've seen that, where they do the jump over straight into command grab.
He's gonna have full health for Gato. And 2 meters.
Well, we might be seeing a Clark OCV here, though. Unless LazieFreddy can really get something going now with Gato.
I mean, that's just Clark things. Like, Clark is underappreciated by a lot of people who make tier lists, I think, because they don't understand that all Clark has to do is even live a little bit in your head, and the damage starts.
It's rent-free here. Oh, accidentally puts himself into the corner, though. All right, jumping CD,
doesn't
gonna
matter,
push
it's
it back
fine.
to mid-screen.
Another thing, too, that I want to point out about Clark is that you may be noticing right now that CoreValues hasn't really used a whole lot of actual grabs other than in little critical moments. Once he feels that his point, oh my god, please. Once he feels that his pokes are actually starting to land him a lot of value, that's when he started to use his grabs. That was a CD cancel into... Oh my god.
And there we go, Gato gone. That is a Clark CV there for CoreValues.
Yep, the one Clark victory right there. That CD whiff into Frankensteiner that ended up making him invincible enough for Gato to fly into the air with up kicks. Absolutely
Mega Mind
ran
stuff.
over LazieFreddy. Yeah, just absolute Giga Brain. Just, you could clip probably that whole game.
No, yeah, I mean,
It's so crazy.
CoreValues is popping off right now here with Clark.
He just went for raw tackle. There's an argument for like sometimes you just put the tackle out there if you think people like jumping, because it anti-airs pretty well.
Well, now we're starting to see CoreValues just throw in just raw Argentinian backbreaker there on LazieFreddy's wake up, because he's already started to condition LazieFreddy to block constantly on wake up with these jumping CDs and these jumping A's.
Tackle back into the corner.
There it is again. He's conditioning him so hard with that jumping A.
That close D is messed up. Protect your head. Again, CoreValues absolutely deleting Vanessa off the screen. LazieFreddy already back on Elisabeth. This is probably, so far, this is like the shortest game thus far.
I mean,
if this keeps going the way, oh my god, please.
And with the rolling death cradle to put LazieFreddy back in the corner.
Finally, an anti-air.
Not able to get too much damage off of it though because of the height of it.
You gotta build on it though. Nice. Tackle back into the corner. Suika de Dodai.
Safe jump, tries to go for the grab, and this time LazieFreddy is ready for it. Good damage there. I agree with LazieFreddy cashing out as much as possible. There you go, straight to level 1.
Yeah, you need to get this problem character off the screen. You know what? At least you know how Elisabeth works. You play that character. So here we go. LazieFreddy, Betty v Betty.
Of course, CoreValues with a major meter lead here, though.
A lot of people now in chat after seeing that debating the value of Clark still as a character. Love to see it.
Clark is the most fun character to watch in this game, for sure. Right,
also
nice
the most fun to play, honestly.
I absolutely agree with you. Oh, the jump!
Nice cross up. The feminine urge to do hop B.
Why do
this overhead.
Why do so many girl characters in this game just have cross-up hop B's?
Why not? Telling you, the feminine urge to do hop B.
It's true. It's real.
People hate Clark in chat. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink.
I think people hate fighting Clark. I think that's the main thing here. But right now, LazieFreddy is down to the final
watching Clark. That's crazy.
Oh, how do you hate watching Clark?
There you go. See, Mr. Fui understands.
All right, the jumping CD. Nice DP, though, there from CoreValues.
CoreValues really just, the amount of pressure he's putting on LazieFreddy is pretty strong. But at least right here, though, with Gato being the kind of character he is. Good. Oh, that cross-up beat didn't.
Yeah, just a little too high to actually get the conversion there.
Ooh, clipped.
Able to get that touch. Oh. All right, LazieFreddy is still in this now. Has 3 bars on deck. That is max mode available. Going up against Vanessa here.
Ready? Go!
Clark disturbs me because watching confident people excel makes me nervous.
About my failings as a person.
So good.
Okay, chill.
Oh man, that's so good. All right, here we go. Oh no, CoreValues with the clip. I think that's dead.
It should be.
Might not be.
This super does so much damage. Yeah.
Yeah. That super does a sneaky amount of damage. CoreValues is going to take it over LazieFreddy.
And great stuff, though, to LazieFreddy for making it this far. We appreciate you turning in for TNS.
Jeanette, right?
Yeah, you are correct.
Ready?
So here we go.
Hot Garo men.
Hot Garo men.
Oh my
Hot
God,
Garo men in your area. Click here now.
All right, well, Taco's dance notwithstanding, the match has now started. Nice uppercut here from Johny. Pushing Gato into the corner. Nice chase with the grab.
Jumping CD to get those plus frames. Dashing back out, trying to give him just enough room to make a mistake.
Gato putting pressure. Nice throw. Hop CD. Tried to chase down the roll, didn't get the throw. Ended up having to put the C there. Uppercut. It's been a
hard knockdown as well, and you have to expect the jumping. Oh, actually going to go into the level 1. Is this going to be enough to kill?
I don't think so. That super doesn't do a whole lot of damage in this situation, but now it's, yeah.
Yeah, the overhead's going to do it, though.
Pepe Warrior explaining that Gato's here to show what a true top tier looks like, and apparently what a true top tier looks like is yet more Vanessa fodder. Understandable.
Oh, there's the uppercut. No punish on that. Oh, the rising
I
tackle
don't
is going to
think
get
Terry
punished, though. No, I don't believe Terry actually can punish the uppercut.
Body blows, builds a meter.
All right, this time the
Nice.
rising tackle works out. Tries to go for the overhead mix-up, run up into throw.
Hop CD there to keep her in the corner, but she's like, no, I'm just gonna get out of here anyway. I don't care. Little run under, doesn't lead into anything.
All right, trying to chase down with the jumping CD, but gets clipped. All right, but Johny putting himself in the corner, able to fight out there, though, and just going right above the Shatter Strike to get rid of Terry.
Yeah, just jumps, just barely clears the distance above it, and that means that Johny is currently working on one Vanessa victory while Asamiya is down to Rock.
Yep, all up to our hero, Rock Howard here. Trying to chase down right now with the CD. Again with the just run up, empty run up throw.
Yeah, right now, Rock Howard trying to right the wrongs of the previous fights, trying to make a legacy, trying to right the wrongs of Garo, honestly, because you sucked in that game.
Trying to break the sins of the father here, but locked down in the corner. Great guard cancel to escape, and I love the DP to challenge.
Nice, keeping Johny in a lot of block time. Nice uppercut.
Yeah, Wero has been on point with these uppercuts so far.
Wero got the counter hit, but I guess didn't see it. Could have followed maybe with like a level 1 Shine Knuckle, or maybe even just EX elbow. Probably gotten the kill there, but it didn't matter at the end.
Now or never.
All right,
Just
Angel
remember-
gonna come in now.
Wonder.
All right,
It's
Wero's-
pretty hard to catch that.
Oh, okay. Johny hit the cross-up, was a little too high, so Wero's able to get the throw, but second chances are gonna work out here for Johny.
Level 2 fever time.
Gonna hit him with the death.
And death. Okay, you know, sometimes you just gotta believe. Parappa told me you just gotta believe, so you know what? I believe Parappa. Do you believe Parappa?
Parappa also said kick and punch, and that is what Wero is doing right now. Oh,
That's also what
no.
Johny just did, which is why she hit twice in the air and why Wero Asamiya got hit by that.
Victory smiles upon the
And
winner.
Johny, just like that, taking it there with Angel, putting in great work. The Angel on mid was a really interesting choice that worked out.
Yeah, it's just like, that Vanessa did so much freaking damage. And now the question is Wero Asamiya gonna switch up? Wero Asamiya is gonna go look at Athena, I believe. That's what they just telegraphed right now. Unfortunately, it means I gotta listen to Taco's dance one more time.
That does seem like a really solid option here for Wero to bring in Athena. Athena is a much quicker character who can keep up with the speed of Johnny's team. Really, like when you look at Johny, no, actually. Gonna bring in
If
Vanessa.
you can't beat them, uppercut them. I understand.
And they're gonna go with the
But-
Vanessa
oh my
mirror
God.
match as well on point.
Oh my god. Oh, now Taco's dance seems oddly appropriate.
About to be a party
That is some
here.
confidence there too, to go to character select, pick your opponent's point character, and play the point war mirror match. So Wero is definitely feeling a lot more confident here.
Round 1. Ready? Go.
Let's see if it pays off. How many uppercuts? Ah, never mind.
Yeah, so
See
far,
into
jumping CD too for the air-to-air.
nice. Right now, Johny showing that Johny has played a little bit more Vanessa, maybe. Wero now trying to make some room, but I feel like Johny understands the spaces that Wero is trying to occupy because they're not like as solid of a Vanessa, and knows where to pick his battles. Really good use of hopping and jumping back D and neutral jump D.
Yeah, but
Finally, Wero
Wero
Asamiya
able-
gets a clip.
Yep, they're going to get that hard knockdown in the corner as well. This is the chance that Wero needs, and they have to capitalize it on as well. Tries to go for the overhead, and then gets the crouching B.
That was dirty. That was so dirty. It didn't look like anything was going to happen and barely managed to clip the tippy toes of Johny. And that's why Vanessa should wear shoes.
Reach for the top. Ready?
Oh, bro, you just pointed out. We don't want to. Don't. Let's not bring that up. But all right, getting put here into the corner now. Okay, that was interesting.
Nice block, although I don't know about that roll. Wasn't in really any danger. Just absolutely ran all the way away. It's like, I don't want to be here.
All right, but the jumping CD gonna push back.
That should be dead. Oh, just go straight into super. Didn't go into the long combo. I feel like that would have been more meter efficient, but I feel like Johny was just like, I don't want to drop anything, so you know what? Die.
I respect it. I respect to just cash out and make sure you get rid of them as fast as possible, right?
Yeah, you know what? I can't disagree with that.
And that's the thing. On-hill doesn't need meter to work either, so I think that's a perfectly reasonable decision here. All right, nice guard cancel there from Wero. Gonna put Johny in the corner. Great conversion, too.
That's so much damage. Holy moly, Gato.
And the
Let the
jumping
cat into the house.
Anchor remains.
El gato no es bueno.
No, el gato es muy bueno is the problem. El gato es buenísimo, güey. That's the actual problem. If the gato was a little less bueno, we wouldn't be here right now with Gato against Mai.
All right, Mai gonna get nice corner carry on this combo as well. There's the wake-up DP finally hitting for Gato.
Uh-oh, that's unsafe. Buena side. Doesn't get a juggle there.
All right, tries to go for the overhead mix-up in the corner.
Gets hit out of the air. So the thing is that, like, even though Gato's buttons in the air are so crazy,
Going to take the win.
Mai's air buttons are obnoxious. Like, that's part of the reason why she's so strong.
Yeah, they're
Maybe
even
she
crazier.
doesn't have the same damage. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying, they're even crazier than Gato's, right?
Yeah. Like, a lot of her air options are just kind of gross. Gato has better air-to-air buttons, in my opinion. Especially if Gato is above Mai, it's a bigger problem. Oh my god.
Into the level
Yo,
1
damage.
there. I like the guard cancel attempt too. Rolling back, trying to create a little bit of space, but Wero not allowed. Oh, never mind there. Johny able to get the hit.
Yeah, he didn't get the confirm off the far C. The far C is very late hit confirmable. If you land far C, you can just EX knuckle. Sorry, EX elbow. Oh, the run pass to catch the roll, Wero.
Wero kind of nasty there. That was kind of godlike.
That fierce fight.
That's some, ooh, goddamn level of stuff.
I don't even know if they were actually expecting that. I think they were just running in for the pressure, and they happened to run through Johnny's roll attempt and said, all right, let's just capitalize on it.
I think they saw the roll, and they were like, all right, delay my punish here. Let myself get to the other side. And once I see that this happens, C into punish. So there you go. Wero Asamiya, the character switch has seemed to pay off. And now, one more.
And
Goma, thank you for the sub. Yeah.
Viva KOF.
Sad to see Goma wasn't playing today. Big fan of Goma. Also, you know, a good homie from South Florida.
Here's the
Wero
jumping
putting
CD
good
in the
pressure. Yeah.
All right, trade to get out of the corner here, but another great place jumping CD. And that's something about Vanessa mirror matches. They're so volatile. You go from just trading jumping CDs and hits here to one person gets a crouching B and just nukes the other Vanessa.
Yep, nice sway back there from... Oh my god, how did that hit like that? Wero Asamiya going under, getting to throw. Nice throw again. Okay, it's looking close. CD goes for the back A, doesn't get punished for it, thankfully.
All right, EX
That
sway there.
guard's
tries to
almost
catch
up.
him low. All right,
Bad dash punch from Johny.
trying to get that sweep as well. Oh my god, just throwing out these raw uppercuts too, and the jumping CD is gonna beat out Wero's Vanessa.
Yeah, Wero standing CD. Not exactly what I would call great,
Round 2.
but you know, it's not bad.
But unfortunately, Johnny's gonna have to deal with this full health Gato. One touch. Oh, just a little too high there to get the confirm. Run up throw,
Nice
one more
throw.
touch. Chip is a
Still
factor.
in it. Oh, CD. Chase down.
Grabs
Catches
his
the
back.
throw. Catches the back roll. Yeah.
Nice guard.
Nice rollout. Yeah.
Oh, the patience here too from Johny, just trying to pick the one spot. Oh my god, the backdash there, but the 2B from Wero gonna catch his toes.
Evening the score.
Yeah, and Johny knew there also that he couldn't do jab uppercut either. Now there is a twisted logic to where you probably just do it anyway, so that you can make Wero Asamiya actually do level 1 super to kill Vanessa. Like if you really just want to like force him to use meter, right? To like
Yeah.
get the kill. There's like a twisted logic behind that somewhere.
There's a
Johny
nice
right now
throw
with the
from
pickup
Wero.
and dunk.
Oh, Johny not able to actually get the confirm. Wero able to fight out of it here. Pushing Johny further towards the corner. Isn't able to get a punish on the guard cancel because that is invincible. Nice! Oh, no.
Ooh, nice block. Oh, confirmed.
Right into that level 1 there. That was really tragic there that Johny was not able to actually get a confirm off of the Shatter Strike, but they were able to make up for it with continuing the pressure.
Yeah, and a good 250 damage there on that small little confirm there from Johny. Nice block and roll and cancel out of the corner.
And there we go. Jumping C doing what it does best. Catching you, blocking the other way.
Yup, la vieja confiable, you know, the old trusty. Just old reliable, really. Just nice and good. Very good jump over C.
It's all up
Perfect
to
moment.
old reliable Rock now, though, to bring this back for Wero. But
Oh, no.
there it is again, the jumping C getting that cross up.
Nice cover.
Oh. Ooh, interesting. I don't think that super cancel was on purpose. I think Johny accidentally spent meter there on the counter super. I don't know if anyone else caught that.
And there we go. Wero staying alive here right now with Rock.
Yeah, that was odd. I wonder if that was a misinput or if he just actually wanted to get out of that. Maybe thinking that there would be like a CD or something of the like.
All right, yeah, trying to create a little bit of space here, though, with the jumping CD. And there we go. EX command grab, as you like to see. We haven't seen a lot of that tonight from Rock, actually.
Yeah. Wero Asamiya right now getting hit by this Mai. Gets reset in the corner. Oh, got caught with the jab Ryuembu. That leads to full Ryuembu combo and reset. We're back again in this odd predicament. Wero Asamiya running out of health.
All right, nice guard cancel the pushback. Playing that fireball game. Lands right on top of Wero's fireball there.
Oh, CD, sneaky, throw into the corner. Short jab. Jab, Ryuembu, EX Ryuembu, that's gonna be it!
Johny able to close it out there with the call out on the roll. You'd love to see it. Great stuff from Vegas KOF Johny moving forward here.
What a good pot.
It is a very good pot.
What a good pot.
Y'all have been crazy
ViolentKain
tonight.
versus Tamago. ViolentKain with the good Yori theme. Sabroso.
Classic here. All right, but Tamago doing a really good job of chasing down ViolentKain, not allowing them to really get anything started here. Oh, just a standing C.
Yeah. I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing right now out of Tamago. But now ViolentKain basically fighting back.
Yeah, it's more
Putting
of a
in some good
slugfest
pressure
right now.
Yep. Nice hop CD.
Another nice
Yeah.
hop CD as well. ViolentKain has been on point with them.
Oh,
and
nice
that's
confirm.
Yep, dead Vanessa.
Player 2 won't
Yeah,
give that
like,
easy.
it's true what they say that Vanessa's matchup against Rock is not too great. Vanessa's got some weird matchups. Another weird matchup for Vanessa, Yori, Kyo, characters that have maybe sort of fallen out of favor. And yet, if more people played those characters, Vanessa probably wouldn't be running as rampant.
No, I absolutely agree with you here. But right now, Tamago bringing in their own Rock Howard. Great blocks, though, from ViolentKain on that cross-up. Trying to shut down the approach there with a fireball. It's not going to work. Tamago's going to break through, spend some meter here to get him all the way to the corner.
Nice pressure there, too. Right now, Tamago. Uppercut. Good uppercut from ViolentKain. ViolentKain now taking the initiative. Putting nice EX throw into EX overhead kick.
Yeah, that's the ViolentKain
No follow-up.
special. Oh, actually going for the low there. One of the craziest things about
Brings me to-
KOF. Uh-oh, hold on. ViolentKain's still alive, but a wake up DP. One of the craziest things about learning KOF is wrapping your head around anti-air lows.
Yeah, you gotta like be willing to just do some low attacks that are actually gonna sneak under some buttons. And I mean, there's some characters that just have some really, really strong ones. Gato, okay.
Oh,
Have you ever
good
been
lord.
Buster Wolfed as an anti-air?
More likely than you may
Excuse me,
think.
what? Sorry, excuse me, what just happened there?
I believe that was Burn Knuckle trading with Shatter Strike.
Yeah, I think the Shatter Strike maybe a little too early. Ouch. Is all I can say. Tamago down to Mai.
All right, yep,
ViolentKain.
utilizing the fireballs to try and neutralize Mai's fireball game here.
Yeah, I feel like ViolentKain can just kind of chill for a little bit. Only gotta jump in once Tamago gets a little too close. Ooh. Gets snuck under. Tamago carries to the corner.
Great conversion there. Tries to go for the overhead. Nice jump back.
Ooh.
Oh,
back into the
empty
corner,
roll.
You're going down.
And that was absolutely insane there because ViolentKain was able to build up just enough meter for the max mode cancel on the final hit of that confirm.
Yep, might as well press the buttons because even if like you don't get the meter, whatever, nothing happens. But if you get the meter, party time. Ooh, doesn't get the juggle there.
And just
carry there at the
traded.
end. Yeah, just trying to like shave off a little bit more life. Just dip, dip, dip.
Final round.
This is going to be really
Now.
difficult here for Mai going up against Anchor Kyo.
Yeah, but Mai's got 3 meters. You cannot count Mai out. Mai's a very strong character, although Kain just put a fist in her face.
Yeah, but the problem here is this
Jab, jab,
is ViolentKain's best character.
Ooh. No EX Ryuembu. Feel like that's a drop from Tamago. Got a counter hit, didn't follow it up, doesn't matter.
That stagger pressure as well with a walk up 2A, neutralizing that fireball there with the first hit of the Rekka.
Yeah, Tamago basically has to play perfect for the entire rest of this round if he wants to have a chance of winning. No, God. 35 seconds left.
And the jumping CD, ViolentKain gonna go up 1. And one really interesting thing to note there was ViolentKain, or excuse me, Tamago, after throwing the fireball, knowing that ViolentKain was gonna go for the first hit of the Rekka, you saw them throw out a move afterwards because they were trying to call out that ViolentKain would use more hits of the Rekka to move forward and try and catch Tamago. Unfortunately, they didn't work out, but it was a really interesting idea there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a lot of like really good awareness overall from Tamago, but didn't result in a win, so now we're up 1-0 for ViolentKain. And once again, we're back into Vanessa versus Rock Mines, but it sure looks like Tamago is getting a better start this time again. Oh boy. There's gonna be a lot of damage, and Rock's gonna start being close to stun. Yep.
Yep, one
Any
more
hit, I think, right now.
Okay, ViolentKain, just wake up throw there.
Yeah, why not? Who's gonna stop him?
And you see the patience, too, from ViolentKain. Tamago trying to be a little aggressive. Okay, never mind. ViolentKain's going to go on in now.
Sometimes you just gotta go on in. Oh, boy.
Yep, short hop
Vanessa.
into 2B. Vanessa.
Vanessa just being absolutely monstrously good at controlling space. Vanessa now full health bar up against Terry. Oh, okay. ViolentKain just said, hold his fist.
ViolentKain really loves to just go for the burn knuckle at round start.
Hey.
Oh, there's the
broke.
chase
Here
down
we
on
go.
the hop back.
Uppercut, yep.
And a power charge, too.
Might as well. Nice hop D's. Another power charge.
Yeah, the power charge is kind of a risky move. Oh, wow. Throwing Tamago
Very good
out
throw
of
on the uppercut, yep. Yeah, that is a thing that you could do.
Okay.
Nice pressure. Oh!
Doesn't
Doesn't
get
fall
punished
the
for
shadow
throwing out that raw shadow strike.
Player one wastes no time.
Okay,
Sometimes this happens.
Sometimes you get Terry Boguarded.
Round 3. Ready?
Shoutouts, by the way, to VCO, who has donated $69 to the match arena. We are now at $670 for the match arena.
Oh, 600. Y'all are crazy. Tonight and Tamago here with a crazy level 3. Looks like they're not going to go for the install. Nope, just getting the damage.
Hop CDs right now. Tamago saying, what's up, Dad? Rock is like, well, Terry is like, no, hold up. I haven't taught you everything yet. Check this out.
Yeah, check out this EX crack shoot. All right, landing right on the fireball there. ViolentKain being incredibly patient. What a rising tackle.
What a rising tackle, I have to agree. The pressure right now, even though Tamago is in the lead, it kind of feels like the pressure is being applied a lot by ViolentKain here. It's weird.
If ViolentKain always just has this kind of presence when they're playing neutral, right? That it almost feels like they're constantly in control even when they're losing. It's just something about the player.
Yeah, it's just, there's just something about him. Something about the way he moves. I promise I wasn't trying to quote the Beatles.
Oh, an empty
Tamago
jump.
right now still being safe.
And the clock is starting to
DCD
run
just-
down. ViolentKain's got to actually move in.
Well, ViolentKain doesn't have to do anything if he wants that amount of life to be the legacy, right? He built all that meter, and Tamago's only going to get less than 100 health here back. Oh, no, actually, he got about 100 health. Okay.
But Kyo's
ViolentKain
gonna
has
come
2
in.
characters to fight with 3 meters. Yep.
All right, getting sent all the way to the corner, rolls forward to make sure they get in a little extra space, able to get that overhead as well. Wow, actually just
Short.
Oh.
Oh, Tamago right now. Nice scoop.
That was a picture-perfect final round there from Tamago. It is not often you see ViolentKain's Kyo get manhandled like that.
Yeah, he absolutely went off. Good stuff from Tamago. Now, that's not the last round. Someone's still got to win 2 more of these. We're in winners finals, baby. So here we go. ViolentKain decides he's going to stick with his team.
I also want to give a shout out to Nothing XS for a $50
that?
donation to the match arena.
Nah, that sounds like cap. That sounds like cap. I don't think he did that. I think that's bullshit.
I think they did.
Anything like that.
That's what production is telling me right here.
Nah, I think that's wrong. You should double check the name. Anyway, back in. Tamago right now. Trading some blows with ViolentKain's Rock.
All right, nice 2D there. And ViolentKain utilizing that great tool that Rock has, being able to cancel off those far normals there. Rage run.
Just absolutely putting, yeah. There you go. Safe far C into the light elbow, which puts him like right outside of range to, be punished.
Tamago trying to go for
that's
a
a
raw
whiff.
overhead, gonna get punished hard for that. Just whiff into
And I want to
death.
give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Lapis. $30 contribution. The prize pool has now hit $700.
Thank you so much, guys, for all your support tonight. It has been kind of mental, to say the least. This is, again, the biggest pot we have ever had for a TNS tournament, so thank you so much. There's the EX overhead
I'm
kick.
tweeting about this. You can't stop me. Cross the plane touchdown. Absolutely incredible. Thank you all for your generosity. Shout outs to Raycat, Lapis, VCO, Nothing X, I don't know who that is, Fat Cat 321, and everybody who has taken the survey for Power A Global.
Yeah, it's all
We
thanks to
appreciate
you
all of
guys that our players are going to get a fat payout tonight. Thank you so much. It all goes directly to the players.
Yeah, I wonder who at the end is going to be the person inviting us all to Denny's.
There's an
Nice
overhead
pressure
kick.
here from Tamago, yep. Damn, so many hop CDs in the corner. Hard to get out. ViolentKain right now.
Though.
Nice D.
Run up throw. Starting the pressure now in the corner for themselves. Oh my god, ViolentKain, stop it. Just constantly buffering level 2 Buster Wolf there as an anti-air option to catch Tamago. Alright, there's the throw. Nice rising tackle though. Trying to chase down with the
okay.
Apex Fracture. Yeah, we are in. Oh my god, Tamago
Okay.
with the challenge.
Hashtag just do it. My man out here rocking the Nikes.
That Burn Knuckle gonna chase the roll back there. And now it's up to Mai. Mai coming in with 2 bars though. This is actually very doable for them. Alright. Great throw tech there though from Tamago, and a great rising tackle too from ViolentKain to reset the pressure. Alright, so last time we saw this, Tamago kind of went to town on Kyo, so let's see what happens here.
Tamago. 1 meter. Kyo has max mode.
And you're already seeing Tamago is playing incredibly patiently here.
Ooh, down C. I wonder if there was a hope to follow that with a down forward B. Okay, air throw from Tamago.
But
Nice uppercut.
Yep, DP into level 1, the ViolentKain special, run up throw as well.
jumping is always such a risky proposition when you're fighting ViolentKain because he's got those uppercut into Orochinagi's on lock. Oh no!
All right, and ViolentKain is going to be going up 2-1. This is winner's final, so it is first to 3. Tamago is not out of it yet.
Just absolutely incredibly strong play right now from both of these players. I wouldn't be surprised to see them again in grand finals with the way that they're both playing. But like ViolentKain really making decent adjustments there, particularly against Mai, especially since last time Mai kind of like slapped him on the back of the head. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing a really good job with the adaptations there. Being a lot more aggressive too. All right, this could be the final game here for Tamago in the winner's side of this bracket. ViolentKain starting off, putting out those jumping CDs, just that wall of a button there to try and stop Tamago's approach.
And right now, oh, that's actually kind of what I was waiting for. When is the random clip into uppercut gonna happen? But you know what? ViolentKain says, I got those too. I can just fierce you, and if it hits, I'm gonna put my elbow entirely in your nose.
And right now, ViolentKain playing Rock kind of like a grappler here. We've already gotten 2 command throws. Tamago with the jump back CD there. Oh, goes for the empty jump into the throw, but Tamago ready for it.
Oh, here we go. Uppercut. Goes for like a reset attempt, maybe for a mix-up.
But the
and nothing to it. Yep, ViolentKain just going snatch and kick.
All right, now it's Rock versus Rock. Yet again, a really familiar sight.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of this basically throughout the tournament, but particularly tonight. Just throughout, like, I guess, once Rock got released. Rock very popular because he's strong, man.
He is.
He's not quite Gato, but he's right there. Also easy. He's like Terry, but slightly worse.
Yeah, I feel like Rock, honestly, has replaced a lot of Ralf. I've seen a lot of people drop Ralf and instead put Rock on their team.
Yeah, I see a lot of... He feels like he replaces either Ralf or Terry in terms of ease of use and effectiveness. So you tend to see people who are playing Ralf and Terry drop one or the other, but usually it's Ralf.
Yeah, he may not get the raw damage that they get, but he's got all the utility that they have.
Yeah. Which, it's good, too, that he's good, because I feel like he deserves it. The only game he's ever been good in, like, for real, has been a Capcom game. And, like, SNK has to correct that. Nice punish of the attempt of the Shatter Strike.
He's going to get the hard knockdown as well. Goes for the overhead. Jump CD. And the jump CD
nice
is going to keep ViolentKain in the corner as well. Nice guard cancel rollout, but a burn knuckle is going to get punished there.
Here we go. Putting some power waves.
Tamago playing
put the D there to see if
he
caught. Yeah. Looking to catch maybe a hop or something with that D. Hop D, throw. Okay.
Okay, actually,
goes for
contest with the EX crack shoot there. So, EX crack shoot has not been working out for ViolentKain at all. Tamago has really challenged it every single time and traded with it.
Yeah, I feel like Tamago understands when, like, the danger zone is basically occurring and has been willing to challenge every dangerous situation up close like that. ViolentKain will only need 2 aerial CDs, though, to put Tamago's Rock out. And we're back at Kyo versus Mai.
This is set point 2 for ViolentKain. It's all up to Mai to keep Tamago alive. And we have ViolentKain.
And I mean, if there's a character...
Yeah, the 4-bar Kyo, though.
Yeah, but hey, another spin. Yep. They re-ambu into a reset. Now you are back in this particular form of hell.
Trying to chase down the rollback there.
Yep. Nice air throw. Shout out to Cafecito King. I could go for a Cafecito, actually. Ooh, good block.
That one
That's gonna be it, I think.
Yep, you have to end it here.
That's it. Level 1 super, yep.
All right, Tamago tying this up. 2-2. We have a set.
So here's a question.
Yes.
Does ViolentKain go to character select now? Because Kyo is kind of... Kyo works sometimes, but more than often than not, Kyo's getting kind of run over by Mai. Does he character select? Does he switch order? What does he do?
If ViolentKain
Does he
goes to
keep it as
character
is?
select, I think we're seeing it going to be Kyo, Rock, Terry. Nope, gonna lock in.
Yep, he's going to keep it.
All right, that an interesting decision here. ViolentKain sticking it out with Kyo on the anchor. I respect the decision. They're playing incredibly well. I mean, it's going down to the wire.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Rock against Vanessa, good decision. Terry in the middle, don't know how I feel about it, but you know what? I'm also not in in winners finals of TNS 9.
Generally, it feels like what ViolentKain is trying to do with Terry in the middle, this is something you see them do every once in a while, is Rock doesn't need a whole lot of meter to function either, so they build up that meter with Rock, cash it all out with Terry, and then Kyo is in the back. He doesn't need meter either to really clean stuff up. So whether or not he has the meter or doesn't, he works out really well.
I think he's just fine with the natural meter that you gain from dying. And that's why he puts him in the back, because just the 1 meter is enough. But right now, I'm noticing a lot of short and jab checks from ViolentKain to try to make sure he can catch Tamago out in something. A lot of good button pressure there from ViolentKain, and that's gonna win him the first round. Vanessa already down.
Yeah, 28 seconds on the clock, though, so he's not going to gain too much health back. This is a familiar sight that we've seen before. ViolentKain getting the first blood, but Tamago bringing it back.
Yeah, I feel like to be able to get, like, how would I put this? If ViolentKain wants to win, he needs to not bleed as much as he does to Tamago's Rock.
Yeah, Tamago's Rock is definitely the equalizer here that's putting in a lot of work. Mai being able to pick up the slack at the very end and close it out, but it's Rock that's really doing it all.
Yeah, like Rock really seems like a good answer to Terry in a lot of ways, and he's done a good job of neutralizing Terry with Rock so far in this tournament.
It's tough because
we're seeing that right here.
Terry kind of struggles with characters who are really quick or have good zoning. And the thing is Terry has kind of a hard matchup against both Rock and Mai, and ViolentKain's Terry has not been able to do, well, hasn't been able to do too much. It's doing a lot right now, though.
Yeah, that was a really good Shatter Strike is really what it was. Number 1, and then we're going to climax. That's going to be a dead Terry Bogard.
I love that.
Damage 1.
All right, Tamago now has reversed it, is on set point themselves, trying to get into grand finals here.
Yup, and here comes Kyo. Kyo a little bit more of an uphill battle. That's a lot of life right now on Rock, but no meter. Short stand, short, forward, A, elbow.
Good guard cancel to escape the corner though, but runs. Okay, he's able to get the
Excellent
crossover.
Run under. Goes for the full Dokugami chain there at the end. Okay. Rekka doesn't go for the rest of the Rekkas. Not sure why. I don't know if it was a drop or what.
Yeah, that might come back to haunt them right here.
I mean, already it's been a problem because he could have ended this a lot sooner and gotten a lot of life back. Oh!
But there we go, getting the punish. 37 seconds on the clock. They're going to gain a nice grip of health back here, and this is it. It's down to these final 2 anchor characters.
ViolentKain with 2 meters needs to catch Tamago jumping, honestly. Needs to do what ViolentKain does best, which is disallow Tamago from occupying his airspace.
And Tamago, though, is controlling it so well with that jumping CD. It's just a wall that ViolentKain can't get in on.
Nice roll through. Shatter Strike. There's a lot of stuff that Kyo can do off of Shatter Strike. Right here. That's a lot of damage for just a meter and a half.
ViolentKain just needs one more conversion, really. There's the empty jump throw. Another throw.
Short jab check.
Oh my god, the jump.
Nice jump CD to beat the breach. The overextension from Tamago. Tamago is so low, but so is ViolentKain. Anything could win.
Yeah, the next touch is gonna do it here. Whoever gets the next conversion.
Oh,
ViolentKain with the throw.
Gets thrown, is still in it.
Okay, rolls out.
Rolls out. Oh, this is so tense. Lock.
Oh, the jumping CD for ViolentKain. The trade.
Absolutely incredible from ViolentKain. Gabbles it on a jump CD. Trades, but it's in his favor. Vanessa uppercuts, so it's a good option. Obviously, crouching B also very good at that. Crouching jabs. Oh my god, taco stance.
And not... Your kryptonite of music playing yet again here.
Ah,
Johny seems to really love that song, let's be honest.
Why am I
cool.
still here?
Machine gun
Just to
punches.
suffer. Oh, very good.
I can hear it.
Frankensteiner. Ooh, okay.
Feel it too,
Okay, here we go.
Alright, gonna get the hard
Very
knockdown.
good.
Oh,
The sway baits the rollback, actually.
Player one clinches the first round.
that's what that is made for, right? It's made to stagger Vanessa's pressure and just catch you slipping like
For
that.
the top. Ready?
Yep, very good. Now, Johny putting the good pressure.
Alright, utilizing that jumping D there. Jumping CD. Alright, able to get the low. Confirm.
Yep, good stuff right now from CoreValues. Oh, as soon as I'm about to congratulate him, he eats a random hit into uppercut.
That's the thing about
Vanessa's
Vanessa. Sometimes Vanessa can be so hard to commentate because she can immediately turn it around with just 1-2-A.
Yeah, you thought you were talking about this other character, but it was me, Vanessa. You know? That's really how it feels like. It just feels like Dio interjecting with some BS.
Absolutely.
Oops. Oh, that's dead.
Yep. Goodbye, Vanessa.
Yeah, goodbye. Yeah, please remove this character from the screen. Thank you very much. God bless America. You know? Just absolutely deleted.
But now you're going to have to deal with the
CoreValues.
menace that is Angel.
Yeah, but this is a good matchup for Betty. IMO.
Yeah, Angel
Obviously,
is
I'm
an
not the
incredibly
Angel player.
airborne character, right? That's the key thing. Angel is constantly jumping in the air, full jumps, not even just hops. And we've said it multiple times already. Elisabeth was probably the best anti-air game of any character. Look at this, the DP loop.
Pick up on the roll. Oh no! Have you ever just made a jump that you thought was gonna work out great and instead you cross yourself up?
And there's the command grab too. That's what's happening right now. Look at all. It just doesn't end.
Yep. Oh, nice D. Doesn't have enough meters to really get it done. Whoa, okay, dash through C.
Able to escape the corners.
Oh
So
my God.
close. And there it is.
Ah, clipped by an aerial CD. And that puts Johnny's Angel up against CoreValues Vanessa, la del barrio.
There's a throw.
Here we go.
CoreValues going to get the early lead here. Catches the roll through with a
Understandable.
throw.
Have a great day. This is a
Angel
no roll
buried.
zone. Yeah, we're gonna need to see your rolling permit. You don't have a permit. We're gonna have to ask you to leave.
Ready? Go!
All right, now having to deal with
Last
my
character.
immediately. The first thing Johny does, jumping CD, the my class.
Yep. Oh, that's the feminine urge to do a jumping B. Here we go. Spin again. Hold the C.
Reset.
Yep.
Oh, just
Oh,
gets
here we
hit
go.
by an uppercut. You got to know better than that, Johny. Okay, they're getting sent into the corner. Empty low.
Empty lows are a thing Vanessa does.
Are we going to see super? No, going to hold on to it next. Well, I mean, next conversion here from CoreValues should do
Oh,
it.
the punish. Well, not like a real punish. He did get a punish. So, wow, overhead could have activated there, I think. Didn't, though.
Absolutely
Oh,
could have.
fierce uppercut for no reason.
And the jumping CD just coming out here from Johny.
CD got stuffed.
I love that guard
CD
cancel.
guard
Push my up against the wall.
Run up throw. Oh, that's so smart.
And the raw overhead.
That was a
All right, CoreValues. Good stuff so far here, up 1-0. And one thing to keep in mind is that now that we are in loser semi, this is first to 2.
2 out of 3.
Yes.
This is not a 3 out of 5. Shout out to Danny Boy in the chat. It is in fact me. Believe it. Oh, we're going to character select. That means that CoreValues is now first player. That means that my ears can be spared. The
I wonder if
disaster
that's
that
the
is
real
Taco's.
text. Just go back to character select so we can change sides.
Yeah. Listen, okay? Like, I'm Mexican. That doesn't mean I like taco dance.
select order.
No, wait, Johnny's still in first player. I don't understand.
Uh-oh,
I
there
hate
we
it here.
go. And it looks like we're actually going to see Terry.
Huh?
My Vanessa Terry? Okay.
Get ready for a battle of titans.
Tacos are good, Meercal, but Tacos Dance, the song, is akin to obliterating my ears with knives. Not a fan.
Is he going to be playing again?
Round 1. Ready?
Yeah, sure is.
Yep, absolutely. And there's the jumping CD. So Johny actually likes the Mai versus Clark matchup a little bit more.
Yeah, no, this matchup freaking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Mai is always in the air, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing. This matchup sucks if you want to play grappler, Clark. But the moment you remember that your buttons are OD,
You mean just like
matchup's
that?
much better. Yeah. If you're willing to not grab people and you're willing to chase with jumping forward fears so you can air throw Mai back onto the ground sometimes, this matchup's much better. Fortunately, every now and then you get clipped like this and you wind up in the corner. There you see, look at that. Just as I was saying. Nice catch with the short jab.
Gonna get the DET as well into the elbow and the close D.
From round 1.
Close
Love
D
to
is
see a
kind
Clark
of
at close
godlike.
Ds. Button's obnoxious. Shout out to Dandy J putting me onto that button, honestly. I was like, that button sucks. It's like -1,000 if they block it. And he's like, yeah, but who's blocking it?
Exactly.
There's not a single person in the universe that blocks that button because everyone's afraid of sweep.
All right, but a nice jump.
Or crouching short.
Oh my God! Wake
The
up,
light
Frankensteiner.
You know what I haven't seen though a lot of from CoreValues that I wonder if he just likes doing it? Run up, D grab. Just run up.
Yeah, we don't see a
Argentine
lot of
backbreaker.
that at all. It's mostly, really when we see the B grab come out is when they do that jump over, right? That little cheeky mix-up where they just empty jump over straight into B grab.
Yeah, but he doesn't even do the D1, and the D1 comes out instantly. I haven't seen just sort of sit in neutral, suddenly run up, or like run up EX grab. Clark's EX grab, by the way, leads into a lot of crazy damage. That man's hurts.
All right.
Okay.
Johny playing incredibly patiently here with Vanessa, too. Just trying to find that one moment to get the 2B.
Nice blocks from CoreValues right now. CoreValues, though, half guard meter.
Yeah, and you see
Gotta-
CoreValues already trying to buffer that DP there, too.
Yep. CoreValues is looking for the hop B. I can feel it. Oh, that could have been much worse. CoreValues got away with it.
All right, jumping
Uh-oh.
CD and the run-up throw as well. Johny, the momentum starting to swing in their favor.
Sway, nothing to it. EX overhead again, doesn't get really punished for it because it's so fast. It's really hard to punish. Even with Vanessa, fast as she is.
Yeah, but these stray hits are starting to add up here against CoreValues. There's a nice run-up throw. Nice jump back there. Another great trade, though, for Johny. And the run-up throw again. Man, Johny kind of playing Vanessa like a grappler right now.
Yeah, Vanessa, I mean, listen, to be fair though, Vanessa grab, because you're trying to block low all the time.
It's definitely a real threat. All right, just trying to put out this jumping CD. There's the uppercut.
People out here just whiffing jabs in front of each other. Nice hop to C. Uh-oh!
All right, push all the way into the corner. Gonna get a hard knockdown here. Here comes the mix-up. Goes for the jumping CD. Is able to get him
that
after the
cross-up.
guard cancel too. Should be able to possibly stun with this. Just gonna go into the level 2.
Nah, just gonna beat him up. Yeah, I would say that the Vanessa versus Vanessa matchup kind of sucks for Vanessa, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Not a great
definitely definitely 10-0. 10-0 Vanessa.
Smiles upon the winner.
That's gonna be 1-1 now. Johny putting up a fight against CoreValues. CoreValues, though, not particularly, like, maybe, yeah, this is an order change, I think. Clark just needs to not be first.
Yeah.
That team, still fine.
I think putting Clark mid is a pretty solid choice there. You're also going to allow Clark to come in with some meter on deck, which if they have to go up against Mai, that's a much more comfortable situation, right? Having meter to
Yeah,
deal
I
with
would
Mai.
want... Interesting that he would put Elisabeth first, but he just really likes Vanessa in the back, honestly. But I would put Vanessa up against Mai almost the entire time. Although Mai can just... Actually, I don't know if uppercut goes under stand CD. It's a great question, and I probably should lab that.
That
Feels
is a
like it
good
should.
question.
Round
But, I mean, CoreValues Elisabeth was doing pretty good against Mai, so I understand the decision to put them up front here. Nice roll through there to escape the standing CD.
I'm still here, Bunch. What do you want? Short jab.
Elisabeth has a really solid standing D as well. Oh, great TP there.
Oh, nice up. Short, short, short. Ooh, okay.
Good
Here, have your
reflect.
fan back. I don't want it.
Yeah, and we're seeing
Nice cross up.
we're seeing why CoreValues decided to put Elisabeth up front. It's working out so far is what I would say if
That's
CoreValues didn't
really-
get clipped.
Yeah, that was really good patience there from Johny. Johny basically decided to not really push a whole lot upon landing. However, CoreValues manages to land a couple shorts. Oh, for the double overhead cross up, and it didn't work out.
Nice standing
Ooh,
D there to
standing.
get underneath, get over the 2B.
Yep, the feminine urge to do a jump over B, but I think for some reason, because CoreValues stood up and took it really early, it was punishable. Weird
Yeah,
how-
just
funny
hitting
how
a
that
little
works out.
too high there.
This matchup now, still pretty bad.
Yeah, CoreValues gonna have to hold all this pressure too. Put into the corner, isn't able to escape though, thanks to the JCD from Johny.
Nice roll out.
Yeah, good guard
Chop
cancel though.
her in the head. Catch the runaway.
Oh, there it
the
is this
cross-up,
time.
feminine urge.
Yep, this time the double cross-up actually works out. Able to get a nice grip of damage off of it too.
And a hard knockdown. Oh, doesn't get the move he's looking for. Not doing the reflector. Could be doing reflector to get off. Oh, Shatter Strike! Nothing else.
Nothing after it. I kind of paused with that Shatter Strike.
Shatter Strike into contemplate the existence of the universe. I understand. We've all been there.
CoreValues hit the Shatter Strike and was like, damn, I wasn't expecting that to work.
Nah, he hit it and he was like, damn, I'm kind of nice though.
I didn't expect to get this far.
Oh, okay,
there
scoop.
it is.
Nope, not within killing distance yet. If he had she had been a little bit lower in health. Okay. That's not gonna kill, but it's gonna be anyone's game. You stomp?
All right,
That's
yeah.
basically like stomp.
The decision to use the rolling death cradle to put Vanessa in the corner. Great decision there from CoreValues. Just lock them down and get rid of that character. And now we are at set point for CoreValues.
If it's been asked whether Tampa ever sleeps, and my understanding is that no, not a single time.
No, never.
Not a once. Nice chuck here by CoreValues. CoreValues chasing in Terry. Now, the Clark versus Terry matchup is a matchup I particularly like to play because Terry's have a hard time with this because this character's just got buttons, man. Uh-oh, though.
Yeah, but Terry's got the meter.
Another one.
Oh, drops the
Another
DP
drop.
afterwards, though.
Nice sweep. GG, shake my hand. Nope. Got the meter just in time. Didn't get to use it. CoreValues is getting away with so many forward hops.
And there we
that's
go,
dead.
right into the level 3. That
Incredible
absolutely
stuff
is
from
dead.
CoreValues. Yeah. Absolutely
CoreValues
incredible stuff from
moving on to
CoreValues.
losers finals.
Yeah, that's just what a good good Clark play, honestly. Like these
Slander?
actual slander. Anyways,
Here we
it's up.
go.
It's CoreValues versus TNG Tamago. Tamago's so godlike he sponsors himself.
And starting off, the only thing that he's pressed so far is CD. And there we go with a DP wake up.
This matchup's kind of wonky because that CD stops a lot of your options, and you want to do nothing more than to do kind of like a hop D at him. There you go. Or hop A. Well, he could have tackled. Oh, very good, Frankensteiner.
The numbers don't
Oh,
lie.
yo, we got safe jumps. He's doing my combo. I love you, CoreValues. Can't chase it, though.
Oh,
He
no.
went for a mix.
Doesn't actually get punished very badly for that. All right, here we go. Tamago getting a second chance to get that conversion down.
Oh, who's the grappler now, baby?
All right.
Tamago just said, get out of here. It's time to travel across the screen.
And now he's going to have to deal with Elisabeth, though. I mean, Elisabeth just needs one touch. Just goes for the reflect, expecting the jumping CD.
Oh. Okay, here's the CD. Tamago right now in that ass. Nice jab. Check him out of there.
All right, trying to chase down. There's the overhead.
Takes overhead. Just CD. Just kill him with a CD. Why are you saving your meter?
All right, the trade going to
Sure,
work
fine.
out here for CoreValues.
CoreValues wanted to save that meter no matter what, I guess.
Yeah, it builds full health back there, though, for Elisabeth, so it works out really well in the end.
Oh, okay. Reflector into level 1, the Elisabeth Classic.
Yeah, but
You can punish rolling, for the love of God. Somebody please just hit her.
Oh, just trying to go for these jump-ins then into the lows. Tamago with great defense right now.
Yeah, just do EX Reflector or whatever. Actually, I think even regular Reflector will get it off for you.
All right, nice guard cancel. That's going to push CoreValues all the way into the corner there. There we go with the rolling kick.
Every time Mary gets away with a rolling for no reason, like an angel loses its wings. I swear to God.
Loses its wing.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Angel loses its wing, they get sent straight to hell. Incredible stuff from Tamago there. Yeah. Yeah, loses her mix. Incredible.
All right, that's
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Very good. Yeah, Blue Mary is an incredible character that more people need to put respect on her name. Thank you! I love you.
Finally getting that punish down. Gonna get a hard knockdown as well here. Keep that pressure going. Oh, tries to bait out the DP. Really interesting.
Actually, I'm more scared of Blue Mary doing the okay, never mind. Doing the grab on wake up than I am the DP. Because the DP, there's options. Level 1? Yep. That's going to be a dead Tamago Mary.
Absolutely. And now it's up to Tamago's Mai.
And now it's about to get a little weird.
You hear the announcer? Time to go big or go home? Man, he's getting hyped.
He ain't wrong. Mai got 4 meter. Mai don't got a reversal though. And so you know what that means? That means that CoreValues is allowed to kind of be a little gormless with the jab uppercut as a method of doing a few things. First off, it cleaves off a
Uh-oh.
That's going to be a lot of
danger right here.
Hello? Hello? What was your climax?
I think they might have missed the climax cancel there.
It's not exactly a hard climax cancel though. But that's fine. Again, I'm not in grand finals. Tamago knows what he's doing apparently.
All right, able to close it out though. Up 1 game.
Oh, I think Tamago left the climax in his other pants, honestly.
But she's not wearing any pants.
That's the point.
Dang.
Should have actually gone. Yeah, should have actually gone to check your pants. You know, sometimes you leave your wallet.
All right, Tamago up 1 now. We're just going to go straight into it. I agree. They got down right to the last characters. CoreValues can clean this up just a little bit and is definitely able to close this out.
Yep, now.
Oh, nice 2D placement.
Bunch, can you imagine? Anyway.
Nice jumping CD there, though.
Right through the D again. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Much better.
CoreValues is just throwing out these standing Ds.
It's a good button. Now, if you're gonna do crouching jab with the intention of sweeping afterwards, you gotta do crouching jab standing like it. You can sweep afterwards.
And this is first to 3, by the way. Loser Smiles is first to 3.
Oh, that's a hell of a clip. Good stuff from Tamago, putting CoreValues' Clark away. Now,
there was a lot of health left too on Rock.
Yep.
And I like that CoreValues.
This is in fact best of 5 here. Sorry.
I like no, you're good. I like that CoreValues is being a lot more aggressive here with Elisabeth too.
Ah, yes. Feminine urge once again.
It's working out every time.
Yeah, hey, listen, if it ain't broke. It's not even if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Don't even bother.
You're right.
Oh.
All right, nice.
Tamago right now looking for stuff.
We were talking a lot about Clark's 2D, but Blue Mary's 2D is incredibly good as well. It has so much range, it comes out so quick. Great block there on the cross-up attempt. Trying to fish out with the 2D.
Ooh. Little toe tap there with the short. This is still pretty good. CoreValues lands 2 roundhouses in a row. Finally killed him out.
Player 2 needs a miracle.
CoreValues is going to get a lot of life back here. And suddenly.
Yeah, it's starting to look pretty good right now for CoreValues. But Mai does have nearly
that's a lot of meter. Yeah. Oh, nice. Chop her in the head.
Oh, there
that does hit it.
Absolutely, that hit. Mai with one of the best level 3s in the games just for hitting someone anywhere on screen. And shouts to Alex the Maestro for the subscription. 20 months. Thank you so much for all the support.
Now, Betty's certainly not out of this one. Now she is. But Betty's the kind of character that can just wig out and kill you with the fact that, like, just a couple shorts into, like, the uppercut chains is just builds so much meter and then leads into so much death. But now we're back here once more.
Nice
now, if Tamago wins this, that doesn't mean he either goes into grand finals, but it does mean that CoreValues will be looking at a much bigger deficit to try to crawl out of.
Yeah, absolutely here. So this is incredibly important that CoreValues is able to take this game
Good
here and
drop.
tie it up.
Good jump back jab though to keep her in the corner. Oh, it's gonna be a punish.
That should be dead, actually. You have the meter.
It should be.
Yeah,
Level
level
two.
2. There it is. CoreValues tying this up. We have a set.
Now,
What a stellar fight!
I mean,
These two know how to rumble.
I'm glad that I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm glad that I'm seeing people using more guard cancel rolls to set up punishes, because I feel that that's like one of the few things that kind of separates like the pretty alright players from like the actually great players. And that's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing a lot of understanding is like, oh, Maya's committed to this EX Ryuembu. I can roll behind her. That is absolute. That's a lot of glue that you just consumed there, CoreValues. That's messed up.
CoreValues with absolutely massive balls just to go for a round start tackle.
Yeah. Yeah, that's peak glue consumption right there. That's the kind of shit I do.
And CoreValues is unfortunately going to pay very heavily for it right now.
And that's why you don't eat glue at round start.
But all right, Elisabeth.
Holy moly.
Wow, I mean, Clark just kind of got eviscerated.
So anyway, CoreValues showed up to this match with two characters for this one. Elisabeth and Vanessa. We don't know where the first character went. I do believe he's just gone. But if there's ever two characters that can actually mount a pretty solid comeback, it would be Betty and Vanessa.
Nice anti-air there
Nice
as
job.
well. The patience too, but isn't able to actually get the punish after the follow-up from the elbow.
Yeah, that one's a little bit harder to punish. Nice anti-air into super. Oh, get this character out of here. You know what? My Clark is gone. Well, so is your Rock. Get out of here. Step away, buddy.
Didn't even need Clark, right? Able to tie this back up here. Gonna get a full health Elisabeth as well.
Yeah, what even is Clark? Just a miserable pile of buttons and grabs. Get that whack shit out of here. Oh, please, for the love of God, when somebody hears the word rolling, do stuff. Just commit crimes.
I mean, Blue Mary is the one committing crimes right now here.
Yep.
Gonna get the EX
Miss crimes.
slide conversion.
It's blocked. Oh, managed to stay under. Didn't get anything out of it. Oh, here we go. Didn't decide to cancel there.
Great throw break,
Curious.
though.
Yeah.
One thing about Blue Mary, while her JCD has a really great angle, but it comes out pretty slow, so Elisabeth is able to actually get anti-airs off of it, and Tamago is leaning pretty heavily into it as well.
Oh, that almost could have been a really good punish, but CoreValues hesitated just long enough that weren't able to punish the Tamago Blue Mary sway.
Oh, the
wow, okay.
of JD. Yeah, so she doesn't only have cross-up JB, she also has cross-up JD. Because why not?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, Mary's pretty privileged. I know a lot of people are like, no, not as good as all the other ones. Listen, check yourselves. Mary crazy.
She is good. I play her too. All right, and I like that CoreValues is really starting to back up there with the JCD, trying to get Tamago to overextend. It works out. They're able to push them into the corner here.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it is Mary. It's hard to force Mary into much of anything.
Yeah, she just has too
Especially
many tools
since-
to escape.
Yeah, that sweep, like, it feels like it is minus, right? Like, in a raw and a vacuum, that sweep's very minus. But it never feels like it works out that way in the end.
Gonna go for the leg breaker too with the slide to end it. Oh my God, just needs one
Still
touch.
a little bit. Okay, then.
Yeah, just one whiffed uppercut, and that 2B reaches so far. We mentioned it earlier. Mary's buttons reach deceptively far for how like small of a character she is, right? That 2A and 2B go hella far.
Yeah, the hitboxes on that button are crazy. Just the utility of that button is crazy. The hurtbox on that button is crazy, just like Jason Keto with the 21 months. Thank you, Jason.
Round one.
Old enough to drink
Working on
them.
my Sage Amp segues. Anyway, so here we go. See, Vanessa actually struggles. Calm down, bunch.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch there. But
Yeah.
right now,
Vanessa
CoreValues.
has a bad matchup. Relax. Here we go.
Oh,
no,
no.
the drop. That's gonna be big damage.
Yeah, Tamago ain't
He's not
gonna
gonna
drop
spend
that
that much
one.
Oh, nice call out on the Frankensteiner, but he did use light Frankensteiner, which means that he recovered fast.
Okay, Tamago getting kind of crazy now, just throwing out DPs in CoreValues pressure. Clark is gone.
Yeah, I feel like CoreValues might be running out of gas here with this Clark. It's kind of a thing with Clark that sometimes once people get accustomed to your particular brand of crazy, it's hard to like enforce it. Okay, we
There's the level
do.
one.
Yeah, classic style combos. Very good from Tamago. Nice little confirm into Raging Storm.
Unfortunately, jumps and places themselves in the corner here. CoreValues, this is their chance to turn things around. Gets the overhead,
Gets overhead.
but runs right
Gets
into a
thrown.
throw. All right, jumping CDs. More here from Tamago, trying to get the pressure going. Oh, what a
Ooh,
trade.
nice reflect. Jump D chase. Jump D chase on counter hit. I'm surprised maybe, well, I guess they landed roughly at the same time, but usually you can level 1 super on those. Uh-oh, here we go. Party time.
Gonna go right into the level 1. Rock is out of here.
This battle should bring the hype.
Whoever is a Clark player, you can't use his own spells against him. No. It's a different spell because every Clark player is damaged in a different way. We're all crazy. And we all have our... Oh, never mind.
Speaking of crazy, this Blue Mary combo not gonna actually should be enough to kill with the DP.
Yeah, it's absolutely enough.
Absolutely. Just the very final hit able to close that out. It is now set point for Tamago trying to go meet ViolentKain in grand finals.
Yep, Tamago right now, hella, like, ready to win this entire thing and go into grand finals. But CoreValues, I mean, it's still Vanessa. Good pressure there in the corner. Put Tamago at half guard meter, and yet...
Chasing down really aggressively here, too. I like Tamago's game plan. Do not give Vanessa any room to breathe. There's the rolling. No punish on it at all. Guard cancel to keep CoreValues in the corner.
Oh, the C into nothing. Vanessa running out of life. Less than 300 now. Less than... barely under 100. There's not much left. Almost dead. Anything will do it. Oh, no punish, even though they rolled out at the right time.
Also in ship range, too.
Anything could end this.
And
Vanessa
a
still in it.
jumping
Never
D.
mind.
And we have our
Tamago.
grand finals set now. It's going to be Tamago versus ViolentKain, but shouts to CoreValue for scoring 3rd place here at TNS.
Shout out to you, Tong. I know you're hearing this, sitting around wherever you are.
But tonight is all about King of Fighters, and I just want to shout out while we're jumping right into our grand finals, guys. If you are placing your bets, you are placing your bets for the winner of the tournament, not just this set. So if you're betting on Tamago, you are betting on Tamago to win the whole damn thing. Let's jump right into this.
Tamago having to fight out of losers against ViolentKain, and with a classic song here. Now, Rock versus Rock one more time, and we do notice that ViolentKain hasn't switched up the formula that got him here. It's Rock Terry Kyo. Meanwhile, Tamago, Rock Blue Mary Mai again also. Sticking with the team that got him to the show.
Yeah, ViolentKain starting off really strong there, though. Is able to get the anti-air 2B.
This is looking bad right now for Tamago.
He's able to guard cancel out,
Elbow.
but the elbow is going to chip him out, and that is a perfect with 32 seconds left on the board.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that spending of the meter there to get out of the corner. I feel like maybe you cut your losses there and you keep your meter, but I understand the desire to want to fight back, right? Like, that's that anger, that desire to, like, not get pushed around anymore. So you try to take it in case you can get a punish or something. So I respect the bet, but I feel like the prudent answer would have been hold on to your meter for next turn so that Mary comes in with 2.
Yeah, and Mary, I really appreciated that guard cancel rollback, able to actually land the close C, but didn't really get anything off of it here. What?
Nice.
ViolentKain is too sick with these conversions. Not the whip DP, not like this, Tamago.
And I wonder if Tamago is a little tired from that game against CoreValues. This is a real thing that happens a lot. People coming out of a very hard-fought losers finals end up coming into grand finals a little bit depleted, especially with not enough time to get up and maybe stretch your legs or take a drink. Tamago just kind of jumped right in. So I wonder if that's going on here a little bit.
And not only just like in fighting games in general, but especially in KOF, because these sets run really long.
Yeah. KOF is a long game, obviously, just by factor of that it's technically always a 3 out of 5 game, right? Like just 3 out of 5 rounds, because so many characters, even if the characters explode with, you know, just a couple hits sometimes, games just run long. It's obviously not CVS2 long, but
well, it's also
good stuff
a game
here from
that,
Tamago, though.
You know, promotes being a lot more conservative, and a lot of characters can run away and drag out that clock, but right now, ViolentKain is going in hard on Mai.
Yeah, I feel like KOF is such an aggressive game, but people don't realize that sometimes people do suddenly start laming it out. Like, this ain't CVS2 where everyone's holding down back because offensive options are much weaker than defensive options. Offense in this game is incredible.
But speaking of strong defensive options.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is the first time we have seen EX Fireball from ViolentKain all night, and it's to just shut down the fan attempt there from Tamago and take the first game.
Yep, absolutely incredibly powerful there with that strong OCV. Danny Boy saying, we as a community need to talk about Rock. We only got to talk about how handsome my boy is and how good of a character he is. Strong showing from ViolentKain to open these grand finals. And they're going to just jump right back into it.
And Tamago cannot let that shake them. And OCV is pretty devastating here, but they need to keep it calm. They already have their back up against the wall here. They got to fight out. Nice crouching
okay.
C.
You ever get your toes clipped by another rock?
Oh,
scoop!
He hits him with the crouching A, notices the confirm and goes, all right, time to just reset and command grab.
Nice punish. Far-seeing to EX elbow. That did a grip of damage. Good stuff from Tamago. Tamago pressuring now.
ViolentKain trying to fight his way out of the corner here. Another well-placed 2C.
Oh, short. EX elbow. That's going to be a dead Tamago rock. Now, much better showing there out of Tamago. Kind of like got his head out of the cobwebs, or got the cobwebs out of his head, however you want to put it. Blue Mary now on screen?
Yeah, Blue Mary has, Tamago has put Blue Mary in a much better situation coming in now, but there's a nice punish from ViolentKain.
I swear to, on God, like, y'all can't just EX counter with Rock in between rolling. Y'all gonna do me like this?
Getting the hard knockdown here. We might see it from ViolentKain, you never know.
By the way, the next time I don't actually interrupt rolling on stream, like 8 people are going to be like, oh, why don't you do anything about it?
The whiffed EX command grab, but Tamago wasn't able to get the punish on it. All right, still able to close out Rock.
Yeah, Tamago now. Tamago, you know, it's not even fighting back. Like, Tamago's making a good effort here. 1-1 in terms of meters and in terms of rounds. Mary a little bit more hurt, but Mary very quickly turns games around. So does Terry, frankly. These are both two characters that are incredibly explosive in their own way. Oh, jab, nothing.
All right, yeah, it hits a little too high on that jump in, so it gets thrown.
Goodbye. And you're going down. That does so much for 2EX. That's crazy.
Shouts to LA Boomstick for the subscription with the Prime. We appreciate the support from all of you tonight. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Nothing doing again on the rolling. TD. Oh, okay. ViolentKain got bodied by the proximity detection. Didn't get the close C that he was looking for.
Oh,
Burn Knuckle, nice!
Burn Knuckle going right into Suplex City, but tries to get a little too greedy with another Suplex City and eats a standing D to the face. And Jackpot, I agree, buff Blue Mary. I have been telling Roberto to do it for weeks now. He just won't.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I gotta just talk to Roberto real quick, you know, through the stream.
Yeah, tell him to put in the buff Blue Mary mod.
Let's see. Running back a little bit. Nice little checks here from ViolentKain on Terry. Power charge. The deep power charge on block seems to be fairly safe. Can you get the Undertaker Clark mod too? Can someone please ban Yuba, by the way, from the chat? Thank you very much. God bless.
And there we go, able to knock out Terry. So we're down to Kyo versus Mai. This is a really vital round here for Tamago. If Tamago allows ViolentKain to get up 2-0, it's gonna be a really hell of an uphill climb for our hero.
Ooh, I thought that might have been more dangerous. Something that I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten about Kyo is that far C is full cancelable. That far C is crazy because it moves him so hella far forward.
Yeah, I mean, just a really solid tool, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I see ViolentKain use it occasionally.
Solid tools right now. Tamago is utilizing the CD so well, able to catch the roll through there with the 2A. Nice punish.
Yeah, but doesn't have that much meter, so Tamago really can't do anything much with that. ViolentKain, though, 3 meters now. I was about to play 4, but then he did a Shadow Strike that led nowhere.
Yeah, so this is what we saw before when ViolentKain was rocking Kyo in Anchor. Tamago was doing such a great job of utilizing CD to be a wall for ViolentKain. He was really struggling to get around it, and we're seeing that play out again right here.
Stagger. Yeah, what an incredible staggered short there from Tamago. Willing to do short jab, pause briefly, and then dash up just a micro amount, do it again. A lot of people who play this game, like everybody knows that obviously short, like so many people, because they get interrupted when they do that, completely remove that from their arsenal. But once you start getting to like the higher level where checking is sometimes not the best of ideas, you can start doing it again. It's just really good stuff from Tamago there to go back in.
Absolutely. Once you get to those extra layers, you start reincorporating things that you might have dropped, you know, in a more intermediate level.
Here we go. Now, once again, ViolentKain, incredible run-up throw there. Oh, that looked kind of weird.
Yeah,
it looked like Tamago was going to anti-air crouching short, and then instead, ViolentKain whiffed something else close. It was kind of a mishmash there.
Nice jumping CD, though. ViolentKain getting pushed back further and further towards the corner. But one jumping CD trade is going to put us back to this mid-screen situation here.
Oh, yeah,
my
hard.
What a punish here. Gotta get the hard knockdown, roll forward to make sure you get that safe jump.
That's just really hard to deal with. You gotta basically just go for elbow. Oh, EX elbow from Tamago. Tamago putting ViolentKain under 100 health. Scoop.
There we go. Rock is out of here now. Tamago with the first blood this time.
Yep, this is the first time I guess that Tamago has ever been basically in the lead in the entire set.
And ViolentKain, you know, with that round start burn knuckle.
Yep. Oh, nice stuff from ViolentKain. Terry just doing Terry things.
And just like that, it's tied up, right?
Absolutely. We're back at tie.
So Terry versus Blue Mary is also kind of interesting. I feel like Blue Mary, you know, we talk about how great of a character Terry is, but he does have a lot of matchups that are kind of difficult for him, right? And I think Blue Mary is another one of those, what I would say, if Blue Mary didn't just get deleted for 65%.
Oh, he got, by the way, the meter just in time to do the super again, but he didn't do it because he didn't believe. But he could have definitely made that an 80% combo right there.
There's a nice guard cancel as well to keep.
What? Wrong move.
So that, we've seen that happen multiple times. It's Tamago is not ready for just the raw close C to actually hit.
Yeah, I wonder if that attempt there was to do Stinger. Sorry, EX Slicer, and EX Slicer didn't work out. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it was absolutely input error. I think that was a look for EX Slicer. Kick back, protect your head, kick back again.
There's the
not blocking him this time.
Typical Mary input error. All right.
Here we go, ViolentKain right now. Comfortably in the lead.
Yeah, but
Terry with 1 meter.
Mai really just needs one nice conversion here, and like we said before, this is pretty difficult for Terry.
Yep, okay. Jumping jab out of Terry. Counter hit CD, didn't do anything else with it. Nice pressure, gets thrown though. Ambiguous as hell roundhouse.
Another one too.
Now that one was a little more clearly from the front, right? But sometimes they don't look right. Backdashes out of random CD, gets CD.
That jumping CD is just a huge wall here for Mai. Absolutely one of her, if not her best button.
And we're back here once again. Kyo versus Mai. Kyo with 2 meters, Mai with 1. Mai almost at 2 though. Uh-oh, activate.
Go
Level
straight.
1 into climax.
Yep, gonna give him the Elden Ring here.
Yeah, that's gonna be about 500 damage total. Actually, it's like 600-ish. A little under 600 damage.
And is able to get the low as well.
Toroize.
Run up low, but he doesn't have the meter to get the kill.
Yep, got the scoop though. It's plenty of damage. Let's throw!
EX command grab on the roll attempt. ViolentKain up 2-1 now.
ViolentKain says, give me $350. I can smell them. That money, gimme.
ViolentKain wants to treat us all to Denny's tonight.
Yeah, hey, by the way, whoever wins, Denny's is on y'all. Just letting you know.
I'll hop on the first plane to Mexico.
Ready? Go!
Here we go. ViolentKain trying to end Tamago's run. Tamago trying to stay alive, make it through losers. Force ViolentKain into losers himself.
Yeah, a lot of this Rock Mirror match and just Rock Mirror matches in general is both players trying to fish for that jumping CD. First one to get the hit or get a DP like that is going to start the pressure going, but Tamago waking up with crouching A to challenge.
Good stuff there. ViolentKain gives it right back. Hey, you dropped this combo. Do you want it back, sir? No? All right, well, I ain't want it. Jab, jab. Jump C, put him back into the corner. That was such a bait. Good stuff. That's going to be dead.
Beautiful safe jump there is going to put ViolentKain at a very comfortable lead here.
Lena brings up the good point that maybe Waffle House instead. Dude, I could go for Waffle House right now.
Waffle House at 11 o'clock at night? You know it.
Yeah, that's exactly when you're supposed to go to Waffle House.
That's literally the perfect time. You're right.
Yep, ViolentKain right now putting some more pressure. Now he's content to just kind of chill out here.
Nice jumping CD
Oh, here
there.
we go.
Good roll out there from ViolentKain with a jumping CD of his own. Goes for the rage run and gets punished for it.
Wait. Follow up? Hello?
Oh,
Tamago with the drops.
Yeah, gonna get put in
Don't
the
want to
corner
see any
for it.
drops right now. Yeah, this is not the time to be dropping your combos. Right now is the time to be confirming everything. Nice jump D.
You see that Tamago's not really sure how to approach here in neutral. A nice jumping CD in place, though. Tries to catch the roll through, but isn't able to.
There you go, though. Rolling into EX spins. Was it a spin kick? I don't remember the name of that move.
Speedball. Took a second.
Speedball. Thank you. Yeah, I was at home. The music gives Kyo a 50% damage boost. I believe it. That means that Tamago is hurting himself by picking the stage.
All right, Terry trying to get out. Okay, nice rising tackle there.
Okay.
Gonna swing the pendulum in their
Sometimes
favor.
you just need to let it rip, yeah. For punishing Mary's rolling kicks, is the punishment between the kicks? Yes. Absolutely. As soon as you hear roll, you can start mashing your uppercut or whatever you want. You can hold the uppercut. You'll get it.
All right, ViolentKain is starting to do a really good job right now answering how Tamago is approaching with Boom Arrow, which is just a lot of jumping D and a lot of jumping CD.
Got out of the crack shot, but because it didn't work, hasn't really tried another one yet.
Oh,
kiss me okay.
Okay, stay out that raw EX slide. They're gonna get a lot of damage as well. Gets the mix up. It never misses. It never misses. I cannot stress that ViolentKain always lands DP in the super every single time.
Tournament point.
Here we go.
ViolentKain. Oh my God, my boy ain't never missed. We were just over this.
All right, CD
Gotcha.
though. Terry's nearly gone.
here we go.
Tamago needs to close out this Terry to get that health back for mine.
Yeah, ViolentKain needs to not take any more free damage. There you go. Yeah, don't let her think. Oh, hesitated. A to CD. Tamago's gonna get almost all of that health back. Gonna be left at like 50 damage. Yep, there you go.
And about even resources as well. Here we go. ViolentKain wants to close out the tournament right now. Tamago trying to stay alive. There's the guard cancel. Back to neutral.
Yep. Oh, didn't get the full combo there in the corner. ViolentKain short, didn't get it. Goes for a shadow strike.
Gets it
Expecting
this
something.
time though.
Look at it. Doesn't have all the meter that he would want though for the full cancel. Still does pretty good damage.
We've been in this exact situation before though. We saw what happened last time. But Tamago able to actually put ViolentKain in the corner here. Gets the frame trap.
That's gonna... No, I think that's too early.
One more mix.
Oh. But Kyo's still in this. Kyo still in this. Is much more dangerous now. Oh, the Shutter Strike!
Isn't able to get the punish on it though. Gets the low. He's gonna get an EX here. No. Oh, jumping CD, but he jumps right into the fireball. Tamago tying it up 2-2.
Oh man.
And Meta Knight
Tamago
Music
staying alive.
with the subscription, 5 months. Thank you so much for the support.
Oh man, Tamago is like, I want money too, my man. Oh, that's so crazy. Now 2-2. Tamago just hanging in there. ViolentKain's Kyo just not enough.
I'm sweating here now.
Oh man, I'm wearing a sweater and I don't know why. I live in Miami. Here we go. ViolentKain versus Tamago.
All right, jumping CD. Tamago starting to ride this momentum, getting the first hit here, putting ViolentKain in the corner, but fighting out there with the 2B.
Uppercut, okay. We rising tackle, why not? Nice rising tackle there from ViolentKain, though, says don't jump at me. Jump back, CD, good stuff.
Gonna jump forward CD there from Tamago. Tries to go for the empty low, but ViolentKain ready for it.
Nice checks with the far C too, because he knows that if he sees a far C hit, he can, again, delay cancel. It's so nice grab from Tamago. Never mind what I'm saying.
ViolentKain with the rollback though, putting themselves into the corner. Nice run under the jumping CD there though.
But didn't get the crouching B, which was the entire goal of that. Scoop! Yep, we get a big follow-up from this.
Gets a safe jump off of it too.
Nice jump CD there from Tamago. Gets anti-air though by ViolentKain. Goes for the
EX rage run. Nothing.
Yeah, very strange.
So one thing we're noticing here is that if Tamago is able to get Kyo up against his Mai is so good against ViolentKain's Kyo. It's pretty shocking, honestly.
Yep. Oh. Didn't do a real punish though. Oh, he's gonna pay in blood for that. Could have gone a real punish. Never mind.
And that trade is
probably
gonna
worth
tie
it
us
actually.
Up.
Yeah, probably worth it because even though he didn't get a full punish on that, he got more meter than he would have otherwise. However, that also means that Tamago got more meter. Always gotta look on the bright side of life sometimes.
Yeah, but now having to deal with the menace that is this Blue Mary. Blue Mary with max mode available as well.
Oh no, again. Please, somebody just rising tackle or rolling for the love of God.
It's alright, he's gonna get a lot of damage here with the power wave.
Yep. If ViolentKain can keep this life almost exactly where it is into Mai, it's over.
That's a hard call.
It's difficult.
Oh, the empty jump into nothing here. Oh, the jump back D. And full health Terry. Tamago. This is it.
Tamago now has a huge wall to climb of Terry and Kyo. They don't have meter and she has 4. Oh, never mind. EX up. I mean, just not EX uppercut.
EX power geyser.
Rising tackle. Rising tackle into power geyser. Tamago now dwindling health. ViolentKain, still 2 characters left.
ViolentKain playing so patient too. Tamago is being incredibly aggressive here. 5 bars on deck.
Yep. Gotta start spending that meter. Oh, here we go. Party time. EX wall dive. Another one into level 2 super.
Yep, trying to conserve as much
plenty of
meter
damage
as possible.
Oh, nice. Oh, his super.
Another one.
Throw from ViolentKain. ViolentKain with the short check.
And it is over, just like Mr. Bogart says. ViolentKain is yet again your TNS champion.
Real good stuff out of ViolentKain. Incredible last set here at TNS number 9. What an incredible run.